So everybody's talking about they know God. You have to acknowledge that you don't know him. Okay, we say this stuff. We say God is almighty, he's omnipotent, his mind is expansive, he's outside, he works outside of the realm of where we are and everything. And you have the audacity to say that you know him. How? Can anybody explain it? The best way to know God is really say that I don't know him that well. The only reason people say they know God a lot of times is because they're trying to pat themselves on the back.
I know God.
I know God. Or project on you that there's somebody
Especially some people
that's
repeat
worth
that.
it.
Nobody cares.
I got that. Why you keep telling me you know God?
Right,
What does
like
that mean for me? Wouldn't it be obvious?
Acknowledge means to admit somebody else's wisdom. Acknowledge is a place of submission. It's a place of repentance, a place of yielding to where it's not a place of knowing so much. Because you know what the knowing was at the garden, tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay, so we're not there. I need you to acknowledge, but you didn't acknowledge that I was smarter than you.
Yeah.
So you did the thing that you thought was smarter for yourself.
Oh my.
Because you think you know something.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Welcome to the Redin30 Podcast, where we talk about Jesus, truth, and us, all using red words.
Using red words. Black.
Hey, so what's up? What's good, everybody? Are y'all feeling good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all good? Y'all all right?
Feeling good.
Yeah.
How's this week? What up? This is the Redin30 Podcast, where we talk about Jesus, truth, and you, all using the red words. We believe in the whole Bible. We believe that the Bible is a complete story about you, but we believe that the red words, which are Jesus's words, tell you who you are in the story or who you should be in the story. So when you find yourself, you need to be transforming yourself. I am DM. This is the lovely Nakia.
What's up?
Give it up for Pastor J.
Yeah.
All right. And then the homie Swag. You gotta hit the swag button on there. It's the bottom.
I just realized we're doing it different.
The homie Swag. Yeah, we're doing a little different. We're a little up style right now.
Yo, where's your awareness at?
It's here.
That girl said she just realized.
I just
walked in and got a whole table right there.
Right.
it just hit me.
Hey, she walked past the table.
Yeah.
What's good, man? Y'all all right? Y'all doing all right? How was this week, man? Tell me how this week was. Second week of January. Second week of 2021, I think it was. Yeah. We better go into the third week. I mean, what's good?
Nah, it was cool.
It was busy.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just about to take this sweatshirt off.
I said, where you going? This was I'm done.
Tease for Red.
I'm like, this man exiting the podcast.
No sound.
Take it off for Red 30.
Hey, yeah, Swag, slow-mo this one right here.
Please. The clapping though.
Hey, yo, is this the same black t-shirt from last week?
No, it's a new one. It's a new one.
We think it is. We think so.
Oh, you can tell my shirt new. I don't care.
We don't know.
Let me get this little lint off here right
Let me
quick.
do a little smell test.
So whatever, no smell test.
That man that wore the same black tee for the past week.
Hey man. They say black is
all of season 2.
They say black is slimming, and so until I get real slimming, gotta fake it till you make it. Trying to catch them shadows and them angles. You heard me? Boy sitting like this and
trying to hit him with them angles.
Yeah, boy.
Hit him with the
do what you gotta do until you can do what you want to do. Hey, what up, Swag? You good?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
You feeling good, bro?
Yeah.
Swag get on there like he about to holler at somebody's daughter. He be like, oh yeah, I'm good.
Yo, that man got his clubhouse voice ready in real life.
Yeah. He be like, yeah.
We need a camera like in the corner so you can have a camera on you.
All right,
No, we shouldn't have a camera on me because that's the mission.
No, I'm just gonna use my phone.
All right, that's true.
Actually, I do a video, but he's the editor.
I'm about to
So
say.
we just gonna put it on Instagram. I got Instagram.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Because Nakia had an idea of putting a secret camera in here.
You remember the time he was like,
I didn't think about editing
Secret camera.
we're gonna send the secret
I'm gonna send you
files.
some files.
We're gonna send the secret files to the editor.
Hey, just put these on the end. Don't look at them. Just put
He's
them on
gonna
the
be
end.
like, okay. Yeah, man, it's been a good week, man. It's been a good week. Hey, I'm excited because we finally got our Redin30 club set up on Clubhouse.
Yeah, that's a bet. That's a bet.
Give me some applause. Yeah. Give me some. So if you are on the Chatty House, then make sure you go and find our group. It's just Redin30.
Yeah.
And we'll approve you if you're approved. And then we'll just go from there. We're up to like 200 some members now, like 200 plus.
In like 2 days.
Like 2 days. So
yeah, follow the Redin30 Club.
Yeah, follow Redin30 Club. And then we've been getting text messages.
Yeah, right.
From different people, man. They've been texting in and talking or whatever. So shout out to y'all. It's real dope. And so it's just been a good look, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited because I'm excited at the pace of it. You know what I'm saying? We're not rushing. We're not trying to make nothing happen. You know what I'm saying? But we just kind of kind of living it like it's supposed to be. So,
but I am ready for that first conversation or that first room. I'm ready for that one.
Oh yeah, me too.
I just realized,
me too.
we haven't done it.
Hey, old boy was on there. Nee was on there too. He was all excited about it too. Remember, he like, I'm gonna bombard the room. I'm like, bro, you know you can be in there. Shout out to Nehemiah, man.
He's not a special guest always.
Nehemiah, facts.
Yeah, his long lost brother. And so definitely. And so, but yeah, it's been a good. The year has been great already.
Yeah, facts.
A couple of weeks, it's feeling promising. I got a question.
Yeah.
I heard somebody talking earlier, and they were saying how you know how the new year and everybody got a word for the new year, and it's like this year the Lord gave me the word of
somebody got a word for this year?
Overcome or you know they got all these words.
Yeah.
Why don't they act like God's vocabulary is limited? Like why nobody don't get the word shut up? Like your word for 2021 is
it's
you,
over.
you stupid like no hoes. Like why we don't get nothing like that?
Yeah. Mine was shut up and listen. That was my first message.
Mine shut up and listen. Yeah, and then my first message.
That's what we talking about.
My first message I got from the Lord was, "You're severely off."
Yeah.
It was like, and I was like, "But no, Lord, red words." He was like, "Yeah, I understand, but even at your best day, you're still way off."
At your best.
Yeah, at your best, you're a loser.
Oh my God.
No, but and he's making a point. It's really for all of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That even at our best, we'll talk about it a little bit more later. But why we never had those words? I don't think God's vocabulary is limited, and I don't think He's telling everybody,
Yeah.
you gonna ball out this year.
That's every year.
Yeah.
Either you're going to see something new or...
It's got to be. He's got to give somebody a word. Like what's a good word he can give somebody that's not too.
So stupid.
What's so stupid?
Safe word.
I like you know right?
Yeah, right. Hey, sit down, chill.
It just hey, you did too much last year.
Yeah.
This year is your season to sit down. I like that, the season to sit down. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's a word. We need to
Season
get it
to
to
sit
somebody.
down.
Yeah, season to sit your down.
Hey, God gave me a word for you. He told me to tell you this is your season to sit your.
This is
Bro, they'll be so mad. Nah. The Lord gave me visions for this year.
You a false prophet. They would call you a false
He gave you
prophet.
visions. Why? And then see also too like the visions, right? Why nobody never had them fiery visions no more?
Yeah.
Guys get a vision where he like, hey, we about to burn this down. Nobody gets those.
Yeah. Yo, even in last year, like in the middle of all the chaos of the pandemic, everybody was like, no. Like
Right.
God was like, yeah.
No. This is what your year of clear vision look like.
Yeah, right.
I'm about to show you clearly what y'all built like.
Facts.
Bro,
You know
even
what I'm saying?
January, it was like,
Yeah,
Right
man,
from
yeah.
jump
dog.
last week, man.
No, Lord, this can't be right.
Didn't we leave 2020, 2020?
Lord, there's a glitch in the
It's just the
system.
end of the week for
Right.
me.
Yo, it's not a calendar thing, bro.
Yeah, but I think, and this is dope too. I think, and this is kind of segueing to what I think we should talk about tonight.
Okay.
That I think
I'm
that.
interested to know what that is.
Well, yeah, right. I think that things can be more difficult or seem more difficult than they are because of our perspectives.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think that we have a certain idea about life. And about my dad was talking to my nephews the other day, right? And so my dad comes from the era where they had like outhouse. They didn't have indoor plumbing for a part of his life, and they had to go outside to use the bathroom. They had to catch water off the roof in the rain. He tells us story all the time, and then warm it up to take baths. They would have to take baths after each other. So it was that type of thing. And so he was telling my little nephews, he said, when I was younger, we ain't had no TV, and we ain't had no air conditioning and all that. They was like, they were looking like,
Right.
What
what y'all did all day? Yeah, like, what
kind of
y'all,
world is this?
you know what I'm saying? What y'all doing? My mama told me about a little boy saw at the RV park. He outside playing with another little boy with his iPad and his headphones on. So they out there playing outside, but he got it.
Wow.
It's just a different
that's
thing,
a new
man.
way to play now, too.
Yeah.
But I'm just proving to me like our perspective of life. We've got internet. We've got access to all kind of things, access to all kind of information. Fast food, we can get it when we want to.
Yeah.
Anybody can start an LLC tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like all these different things. And so when things do happen, it's not as favorable. They seem worse only because our perspective is so soft.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
And that's I guess I'm gonna say it again. That's why he told me he said you off you know what I'm saying. And I said, well, no, I'm trying to do the right thing. He said, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's cool, but even at your best, you still don't know what my mind is or how my mind thinks about things.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a perspective shift. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I think that that's one of the first things that people need to do.
Mm-hmm.
We need to before we start talking to God, and we'll talk about it for a minute. Before we start talking to God and asking God, I heard a line on the tape that we always listen to, that Jesus meeting tape, right? And he says, how can I make a demand on God when I don't know where I'm at? Right? That's a perspective thing.
Exactly.
Like I don't even know what to tell God to do.
Based on.
Or to not do based on, I don't even know where I'm at.
Yeah.
So I'll be asking God to do some things. And he's like, the first thing he's going to tell me back is, no, you don't need me to do that. You need to see this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a perspective thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so I think
the audacity of you.
Yeah, the audacity to ask for something when you should have fixed this
you
first.
You don't even know where you at, right?
Mm-hmm. So I think that's what the red words do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, I think it challenges perspectives. Mm-hmm. I think it challenges, and I think I know that it challenges the status quo. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In a somewhat extreme way, but it only seems extreme because of how we've been looking at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think when he says my yoke is easy, my burden is light, I don't think nobody believes him. I say it all the time, but I think people think he lying.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of things we read are like that though. It's like you're so used to saying it that you have yet to digest it and make it real. Like you still going about your day like normal,
right?
Even though we just said,
right?
Yeah.
We just told you to do it this way.
You be like, okay.
Yeah, I think it's something similar that we say towards the end of last year. I think people have gotten kind of like a Jesus fatigue.
Yeah.
After being in church for so long, they just really, and it's just fatigue. They just think that it is that. Yeah. They don't really see it for what it is.
Yes.
Catch the phrase, oh amen.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Yeah.
And then they're gone with it. And they don't realize that it's an actual thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even hearing Jesus say, well, his yoke and his burden is light. What you talking about?
Yeah.
You tripping.
Yeah. I'm leaving all 613 of these burdens behind me, bro.
Right.
Shucks.
And so I think it's a perspective. I think that we're praying for a lot of things that we just need a perspective change on. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, right?
Yo, but so you had some more you about to go?
No, go.
No, I'm about to say.
I always got more.
Yeah, no, I'm about to say, like, let's talk about that, right? Like the perspective of prayer and how so many people's prayers are just coming from the wrong perspective.
Right.
Not really knowing where they are, and so they praying for stuff outside of where they at the moment. Right. And so it seems like they waiting a long time. You're just not in the right place.
You're not in the right place. Right.
So you need to stop asking for stuff outside of the place where you are.
Right. Well, there's two. That's dope. That's dope because two things now. Now, it's almost like ordering something to the wrong address.
Oh, that sucks.
Right.
You be starving. You be mad.
But then also, in the truly right address, when it comes down to God, you ain't got to ask for nothing.
That's the facts. That's the facts.
It's almost like you being in your house and not knowing it's yours. Mm-hmm. Or not knowing, let's go deeper. Mm-hmm. It's almost far-fetched, but not knowing you're you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now you're in your house, you have access to all these different things, but you don't know that you're you. So you're living in your own house like a guest.
Yeah.
Still ordering stuff.
Crazy. and then you won't pray.
Yeah.
See, no, it's right here. It's right here in the next room.
Can I get some out the refrigerator?
See, if I was God,
usually
if I was God, that's how I'd be. If I was God, I'd just be like,
you be quiet. They will figure it out.
He do it too. A lot of stuff they be hearing, they ain't hearing God. Mm-hmm. They heard their idea of what they want God to say to them, and then blame it on him.
Yeah, 100%.
God be like this. God be like this.
Yeah.
Every time.
Do what I told you last time. Here's my beloved son. Hear ye him. I believe he's still saying that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you ain't eating the red word, you ain't reading the red words. I said, eating the red words. You ain't doing either one of those, right? Then he gonna say the same thing. So he's saying, here's my beloved son. Hear ye him. Y'all praying and talking to me, and your answer's in the red. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Facts.
It's crazy, but perspective.
Really though, you don't know what you're talking about.
Give it to me another way. Give me another way, guy. Give me a sign.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Can you do this another way, Lord? Let this cup pass. No, there's no other cup.
You're not gonna get no sign.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, and so I think it seems difficult, and it seems harder, pause, because of the way that we look at it, right? Like the perspective. It's actually a very, very simple thing.
It is.
But because of how we built our mentality around the things that we have and own and want and ideas, then it becomes difficult because that seems like a lot that you have to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all a perspective thing.
Yeah.
It's all a
I think people are they're stuck on building something. That's why they praying so much. I think they gotta build something instead of let things happen. I guess
that's what we said. You know, we got the episode. Let
things happen.
Let it happen, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Nah, yeah, look at you not remembering stuff.
Look at that.
Not that I didn't remember, but
because so now you have people trying to build their own kingdom instead of letting thy kingdom come.
That will be done.
Yeah,
the kingdom of God is within you already.
Yep.
There's nothing you got. There's nothing you got to build. And so Jesus is challenging consistent perspective on things. It bothers me, bro, when I be having these
my old lady
conversations.
just texted me. My bad.
Hold on. Let's talk about that. Stop the music. Let's talk about this for a minute. So, old lady is this, Jay?
I'm messing. Keep going.
So you don't have an old lady?
Keep
Wait, why would you say that and you wanted us to come back on you with nothing?
So Jay, the people want to
jokes right there.
Look into the camera. The people want to know. So you don't have an old lady?
We want to
People
know.
want to know.
I ain't got no lady.
I ain't got. Niggas, I talk like swag just now. I ain't got no old lady.
Show us the phone.
Show us the phone.
How much you sing in these streets? Hold on.
He's gonna hold on. No, they gonna make sure there ain't nothing on there. That'll be when the phone ring right there. Big picture for us up on the wall, boy.
Bro, go ahead. Continue what you were saying.
No, but perspectives. It's just perspectives.
Yeah.
And I think that I think that's the challenge. I think once we understand the challenge that he's challenged with perspective, then the yoke is easy. But I think that's why being crucified and having to give up so many things is not about, we were having a conversation today, it's really not about giving up the things, but it's about giving up your idea of those things.
Yeah.
Those statement that I heard yesterday is that we are, how did I say it? We are filled, all right, watch this, everybody talking about being filled with the Spirit, right? We are filled with the spirit of our experiences. Right? Like we have been filled with the spirit of our experiences and have identified with that spirit. We've identified with everything around us,
that's true.
Everything outside of us, and what we think they are.
Yeah.
And so we've taken them in, we've taken the concepts in, we've taken the thoughts in, we've taken the idea of what's important in from the outside, and then begin to be inspired and identify with that, and then regurgitate that same stuff out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When in actuality, that's a backwards move.
Yeah.
And so now when Jesus shows up and says, okay, I need your relationship with your mama and your daddy, and your wife and your children, and your land and your house and your business, all that. I need all that.
Yeah.
Get away from all that. I need all that. Right? It seems like such a big, difficult thing because you built your house on that sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
And what we were saying earlier, I mean, we talked for like an hour though.
Yeah.
I guess people don't finish reading. If you finish reading that, it kind of shows you that you're going to receive it right after 100-fold.
100-fold.
So you're really not losing anything. And so he actually, when Jesus continues, he talks about the first will be last, the last will be first. And he's talking about the first, who goes after that first will be last, and who goes after that last will be first. And it's all about, I know we went into, if you got to read up, but he was really talking about trust. Right. Like you give up your trust in those things, in your relationships, in your job, and your all that stuff.
Right.
And you're exchanging, like what he was asking the rich young ruler is, you exchange in trust. Right. We saying give up all that stuff because right now that's what you live in it. Like you trusting in that. Right. As soon as you give up trust, then you can put your trust in him, and then you receive everything. Right. I think people feel so literal. I know. I'm on the phone with him like, wait. Why we keep talking about following Jesus, forsake everything and follow Jesus? Are you walking down 42 following Jesus right now? Right. Like, do you know what this means? What do you think this is?
Yeah,
like,
what does it mean for you?
When you see give up things and we keep saying die, what do you think that means? Like, are we saying quit your job? Are we saying leave your wife, leave your husband? Right. We're not saying that. No. But we're saying you got to leave your trust in those things.
Please don't quit your job.
Because we were talking about people.
Don't email us.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't email us. Go with God.
He gonna be like, you said I was gonna receive her back. You might not receive her back.
And in some instances, it might be better not to receive it.
Right.
I'm glad you asked.
Let it go. Hey, but that's the idea. What does that mean? So when you see this, what does it mean? And I love it because I believe it's so extreme to get you out of your extreme funk. Like we as a system, as a world, and it's been for a while, has been in an extreme ditch of all of these outside, external experiences. These are experiences that are happening on the outside of us, and we begin to build our identity off of those things. So now I want to challenge those things that you done built on. I'm challenging the saying. What does that look like for you? I'm gonna ask you something, Jay. So, Pastor Jay.
Okay.
Pastor Jay, say, hey, what's it? So, Pastor Jay, you're a pastor, right?
Yeah.
You are a pastor.
That's what I do.
Okay. So you're Pastor Jeremiah, right?
To some.
Okay, but it's almost like the pastor is what you do. The pastor is the role that you fill, right?
Yeah.
But it's almost like you begin to live as if the pastor was your first identity. Can you imagine that? Like if I know you can't imagine it. It wasn't. But you begin to live like that's your identity, and so now we lose Jay.
Yeah. And that's what I'm adamant about not happening.
All right, but that happens a lot. But see, if we get the pastor and we lose Jay, then we lose the point of Jay being the pastor.
Facts. That's good.
You get it? Like
I say, why is that encouraged though?
Because we live in a clone culture. We live in clone culture. We live in clone society. We live in safe society. What you know this, I know we all know this, that Jesus is not safe at all. It is the most risky thriller movie you can watch. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing safe about it. Like I don't even know how this boy was asleep in the bottom of that ship. And I'm not talking about because of the waves, just because people trying to kill him.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he cool and he out there sleeping and chilling and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You a different type of thug to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a different type of thing.
And you send everybody else off and you be by yourself.
Yeah, like y'all
Really
go ahead.
though? Yeah.
Y'all go ahead.
Really?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A bunch of times.
Yeah, it's gangster.
Yeah, that's on some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They need to make the movie right. And so
Yes.
Thug Life Christ.
right. So now if Christ comes fulfilling the position, because Christ is a title.
Right.
Well, we don't understand that. But if Christ comes fulfilling the position the way that they thought the position was, and then we didn't have Yeshua or Jesus, he who saves, then we missed the point.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, no, like you found something with this, or maybe I found, or like we found something.
It don't even matter. I don't even care. Come on, I don't even care.
But this thing about like with Jeremiah and like the pastor thing, you also see that in like, you know, commercial and like corporate jobs. Like say like your friend that you've been knowing since high school, like y'all came through college, y'all got this corporate job together,
right?
But he gets promoted, and sometimes like maybe his boss encourages him to switch up some stuff, and like now it's time for you to be the manager,
right?
Now it's time for you to not being so friendly with your friend, and sometimes it gets like real muggy because sometimes the friend won't respect like his friend as the manager.
Got it. Yep.
And sometimes he has to do that, but sometimes the friend that got promoted is like overdoing it, and he ruined the friendship.
You're doing it now.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to fulfill the role.
But like maybe that's
Staple.
Like maybe that's the beauty in Jesus, is because when he was, you know, like when he quote unquote started his ministry, and he got the, you know, like the labels and stuff like that. Like he didn't quote unquote switch up,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So he allowed something new to happen,
right?
You know, the same thing with Jay. You're saying Jay not switching up, becoming a pastor of a church, so he allowing something new to happen,
right?
You know what I'm saying? He allowing the word pastor or the position pastor not to have just a template type thing,
right?
He's always allowing something new,
which is why he's chosen.
Yeah,
and which is why we're all chosen for whatever we're chosen for. But if you're a title whore,
yeah,
you know, if you're a title whore, a position hoe,
Sucks.
right? If you're doing anything for a position, then
Use the hole.
Yeah, use the hole, and then now shoot the gun, and then now we've lost the reason that you were put there.
Yep.
So
that's it.
You get it? We've lost the reason. So Jesus shows a new way of being. Oh my God, he shows a new way of being God, being one with God.
Excellent.
You know what I'm saying? So relatable, and so down to earth, and so non-condescending, but at the same time so glorious, like so compassionate, so like whoa, like you something else. And see, that like seems far fetched. That idea seems far fetched for a lot of people. And that's why we deify him so much than dehumanize him. Yeah. We were talking about that last time. Because what that takes from you and I is die. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like we got to die from our wants of a position.
Yeah. Yeah. Not facts.
You ain't want to be no pastor.
Not at all.
And that's the ones God used.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
and see, so God says this, and this makes me nervous for me sometimes. But God says this, so God says, this is why I picked you. So don't mess it up. Yeah. Right?
In a G-rated way.
In a G-rated way, but he said the other way. That's how I hear him. Don't mess it up.
I mean that was in that dream I had.
Yeah. You gonna be that's real. Yeah. And he's trying to say, listen. You've given. Watch what I'm saying. God is saying you're giving me an opportunity to do it different.
Yeah, that's it. 100%.
Yeah.
No. Not God giving. Not God giving me opportunity. No. See, a lot of people praying for a position.
Right.
That's not how you get it. Oh, you can. Yeah. You can go get it like that, but that's not where it's at.
Yeah.
All right, let's all the roles. Let's think about the roles in life that you can have.
You said roles or
like
roles?
The roles, like the different roles, positions, or places in life. Name some.
Like
what's
parent, friend,
CEO,
CEO, pastor. We use pastor, right? Come on,
president,
investor, right? A husband, wife, right? All those different things,
a
right?
Sibling.
What are roles that we play? We're siblings, sons, daughters, uncle. Right? Yeah. Children, uncle, right? All these different roles that we play, right? God chooses you, sent you, and chooses you to be able to fulfill those roles in a different way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? It's almost like when we see a new actor, somebody really, really good, it's like, oh, wow. Yeah. I didn't see anything like that. Yeah. But you know them clones too. But it's like I've given a new way to fulfill the role.
You can smell it when somebody's trying to be in a role.
Right. I love the idea of the new role of a husband and a wife. Because to be a parent. Because to be able to do it, because Jesus challenges us on those roles. He's like, yo, like, I read another day saying, anybody love your children more than me? Like your children. Yeah. Right? You're supposed to love your children. Anybody love your children more than you're not fit. Yeah. So now what are you saying, Jesus? Am I supposed to dog my children out? No, that's not what he's saying. Right. But it's more than me. Because you can't love them. If you think you can love your children more than me, you're stupid. Yeah. Right. Like them hoes. Again. So he's trying to say something else. He's trying to challenge you with the thing that's most important to you, or your holy grail, to get you to drop them guards for a minute, and then I'll show you the new way.
Right.
You get it? And the new way is really the original way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm getting a chance to do something different. But you got to give me the chance to do something different. Yeah. And not be so caught up on the same old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So caught up on thinking you're losing something.
Yeah. And I think that's probably like one of the, if not the main reason that all of us are in the, I guess, single or marital position that we're in right now, is to make sure, and parenting position to where we can do it the original way.
Listen, bro,
we just saying this?
Yeah, we're talking. Listen, I didn't. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm grateful.
It's really opportunities.
I'm grateful to God. Yeah. I am extremely grateful to not be married. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know many people is gonna say that. We need all them rooms.
I agree with you.
All them dating rooms, everything. That's what they need to be saying. They need to be, Lord, thank you, and then just calm down and maybe. It's like I am extremely. It's one of the most grateful things I'm grateful for in my life right now. Not that I don't. Now, see, now when you say stuff like that, people think you don't want to. Yeah, it's not. They say you're anti. No, that's not at all. I'm just not dumb. Not talking about people that get mad or dumb, but I'm saying I'm not dumb to where I'm just gonna jump on something and not pay attention to where I'm at. Yeah. So I'm grateful for it because I know that I could have been before now. Right. and I know that it could have been a tragedy.
100%.
And I could be out here being somebody daddy, and I can really be, because then you're gonna start fronting and playing the role like you're being a good daddy. When you know the people that be front, they be in a relationship and they front because they trying to uphold their face. They even chose to be there.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to uphold the face of whoever they're with, so they be lying.
Yeah.
I love when people keep it real and be like, listen, I don't feel like being here right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to go home right now. Keep it 100, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I knew that I didn't want to. If I'm going to do it, I got to do it like Jesus. I don't know what that looks like.
Right.
I do know what that looks like, but it's very unconventional according to the normal way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How could you? What you said something earlier? You said Jesus probably could have been a great husband, but
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. But the problem is he couldn't. Why? Because be ye not unequally yoked with unbelievers. People think they're saints and sinners, but no, that's people that believe a certain way. Me and you going to business together, Swag. We're going to business, right? And I'm a terrible spender. I'm terrible with money.
We're not going to business.
And you're great with money, right? You're great with money. But no, let's say we did.
Oh.
Well, we got a problem. We can't walk together because I want to buy everything. You want to save everything, and it might not be that you're frugal. It's just that you want to pay attention and do something the right way, and I'm like, just get it all. It's gonna be a disaster.
Yeah.
So now here we go with Jesus. He understands the benefit of being dead, right? Like he understands the pluses of being crucified to all these ideas.
Yeah.
But if I'm not with somebody that's crucified the same way, that's where the dead girl thing come from, right? Then what's the point?
Yeah.
Right.
Because we're gonna be in trouble. Because somewhere along the line, inside of that union, that idea is gonna rise up of what you want, who want this, I want that. That was my little It's just when I be drinking water.
I thought it was Nikia. I looked at Nikia. I was like,
my mom didn't know.
I thought it was your throat coming through. I was like, what the hell's going on, Nikia?
I was like, what is that?
They'd be like, man.
Something crawling on the mic.
Right. But it's that idea.
Yeah.
The idea of parenting. Right?
I think the huge blessing is actually not having to backtrack. You know, like the younger, I'm saying younger, but the earlier you can start, the reason it's a blessing is because we can go in something already knowing what we've learned and already knowing that we're not trusting in this relationship, trusting in these kids, trusting in whatever they showing us.
Right.
The fact that you don't have to backtrack.
Yeah.
When Jesus says, how hard is it for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God? That's the kingdom of God. How hard is it for someone who trusts in what they call riches? So that could be a lot of things.
Uncertain riches.
Yeah. For you to enter in who you really are. So you gonna backtrack. You know, how far you get into an addiction is how far you gotta reverse that thing.
Yeah.
Like it gets harder the further you get into it. It gets harder.
Did you call it an addiction?
So you've been.
She did.
Well, I'm just saying
That's good though.
It's
That's
an
dope.
example.
That's dope. It's like crack.
Yeah. And getting out of addiction is much more difficult than it is to get into it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you go 15 years, you're gonna have to come back through more.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like worse than someone who went in 5 years.
Right.
It's so much better for someone who never entered to actually, you know what I'm saying?
Enter the right way.
Right. What'd you say? Swag?
I say, what's like crack?
Make such a good.
She's saying like relationships like crack.
No, I wasn't.
Like, man,
Hey, we got proof on
like
that though.
crack.
We got proof.
I wasn't saying that.
what's the proof? What's the proof?
The like the Samaritan woman.
Oh my God! So hey,
It is.
Okay.
okay. Yeah, it's proof. She was trying to get a lot of relationships. Okay. Yeah. Solomon too.
And she lied about it.
And she lied about it. It's crack. It's crack addict. Okay, I get that. That's a nice story.
I don't know
That's
how
a
y'all
nice
got
flip.
to this, but yeah.
And then Jesus used the parable about water and then saying you're not gonna thirst no more.
You thirst. Thirst.
That's
true.
That's an addict, bro.
Never thirsty. Yeah, she thirsty. She thirsty.
is
You
an
addict.
addiction. He been saying thirsty.
Thirst.
saying
Addict.
it.
The addict. Yeah.
He was
Okay.
before.
Yo, he been on game.
He been on game.
dog.
He been on game, and he challenges us.
Oh, you thirsty, right?
You thirsty? Oh, you thirsty.
He
Then I already see it like
I'm saying
like about
this
like
for the
certain
ones in
addicts,
2020.
especially like with like heroin and crack. They say they keep doing it because they keep trying to find the high from the first one.
Yeah, they got a
They
taste
can never
for
get it back.
They got a taste for it. They got a taste
Yeah.
for it. They got thirst for that high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So now you got to die to kill the thirst for the high.
Yeah.
Bars.
Oh,
Right?
Come on.
It's the only way.
You said pause or bars?
Bars.
Bars.
I didn't say pause. Like, no, that's not a pause.
Yeah.
That's bars. but you got to die to kill the thirst for the high. And so now we're chasing this high. This is perfect because okay, I won't go too deep into this right quick, but I'm just gonna. So soon as if you're single, we're single, so we know how the story goes. If you're single, everybody asks you what.
When you get
married, you seeing somebody, where she at? She coming, God gonna send her to you.
You gonna be out here unsafe and uncovered.
What they say that? And then hold on. So let's say that we find them.
Be lonely at home.
They had a pastor ask me every other week, bro.
Y'all be lonely, but I'm uncovered and unprotected.
I'm not even talking to nobody. Why you keep asking me about some stuff that's irrelevant, bro?
Right, it's so far.
But I'm doing okay though. I'm doing good.
Right,
life is good for me,
bro. I always be switching, be like, "Well, my business doing well."
Yeah, like so then they go there. So then
I had that small talk. I just be like, "I'm cool.
I'm good on it." So then the next thing is, so it's pushing you that way, and then let's say you find them, or whatever the whole thing is.
Find the one,
right? And then you get married. What's the next pressure?
When you having kids.
Well, the pressure you find somebody, and the pressure is next to get married. Then what's the next pressure?
Kids.
Have kids. The next pressure is what you're doing with your kids. Next pressure is when you have another kid. Next pressure is what you're doing with that other kid. And then I was like,
who's going
now
to
your
college?
kids want to go. Now your kids want to go play ball, and now your kids want to go do this, and now your kids want to go do that. And I don't want to make it sound bad, but it is what it is, right? And then now it's all of these different pressures, and we're chasing this thing. And nobody wants to admit that one day you just sit down and be like, what have we been doing? You know what I'm saying? What gunshot, boom, hit them up. What have we?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nobody, that's the thing I dislike about a lot is nobody admits that point. And not nobody, but a lot of people don't admit that point. But it gets there because we're chasing destiny. We're chasing purpose. And the only reason you have to chase purpose is because you don't know you are purpose.
Yeah.
And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna challenge you on all your ideas of purpose.
Yeah.
Every role it can be that seems like it's something important or seems like it's what your life is for, I'm challenging you on that. Because I need you to understand that those are roles, not purposes. You need to have proper perspective on these things. That's why that's why you're not giving 100-fold of them. You're smothering them so they can't grow. You know, you can crowd seed in the ground, and you can crowd it so much that it can't grow. Well, so you're not reaping 100-fold of that because you're crowding it. Because you're crowding it because you think that that's your focus. That makes sense to y'all?
Yeah.
Because you're crowding a title, and you missing the point, man. And
my goodness.
So he challenges you. He challenges you on what you about to say.
No, I'm just saying that's tough to actually. I'm visualizing doing that, like just planting a bunch of seeds on top of each other.
Yeah.
And then like, yo, why is this joint not growing?
You crowded.
And you spending, year after year. Yeah.
Oh, you can drown. You can put too much water on.
Too much water. Yeah.
You can care too much for something. You can like it literally smother.
Yeah.
And to the point to where you really stunt the growth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a lot of things, though. That's a lot of things. You
thinking that you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
And every day, every night, doing the same thing. Like I'm getting it. You're not getting it.
No,
you're not
killing
getting
it.
Yeah.
You're killing it. And it's so he challenges us.
That's hurtful.
It's hurtful, bro, because who knows how to grow it better?
Obviously not you.
Okay, right.
Here's the question: where did it come from?
Yeah.
So what's our favorite? Come unto me.
All
y'all that's labor and heavy laden, and I'll give you
rest.
Take my yoke and learn me, for I'm meek, and you'll find rest for your soul. For my yoke is easy. My burden is light. You know what I heard the other day? You know how good when I heard the other day? What? Tell me.
Continue.
In the year 2021. No.
What did you hear?
I heard this.
You're supposed to do the Bridgerton voice.
I heard this. Oh my God. I heard this.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
That he says, "Come unto me, all you that labor and heavy laden, and I'll give you rest." Get it?
I mean, you already told me.
No, I'll give you rest. Not like rest. Like rest. I'll give you the rest. Aha! Wait a minute. Right? He said.
Pause was still out like, and the next thing.
He said, I'll give you rest. Take a yoke on me, for a meek little heart. You'll find the rest. of your soul.
That's good.
Right. It's the rest. You find, so you don't even have the whole you.
Bruh.
Love it.
So what is he saying? So can I go back to what I said at the beginning?
That's one for the timeline.
Yeah, there's timeline. Yeah, right. Like that's
we said there's a timeline.
There's a line that you find yourself on. He's always trying to tell you to find yourself. So he challenges you only so you can find yourself. The only reason you can't find yourself is because you lost in ideas of yourself. You lost in the sauce. We did that group the other day about your sauce, about the special sauce, but you really just lost in the sauce. You lost in somebody else's sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you don't even know what your identity is. And so now he's challenging you because I need you to pick your head up so that you can see something different.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you can see something different, go somewhere different, and then if you give yourself a break from all those ideas of yourself, you might actually see the true version of you.
Yeah.
And he challenges it. Well, he challenges it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He challenges that idea. And so now we can't even see the truth about what's going on because we think that all the things we've been doing is purpose. We think your purpose in life is to be a pastor. Your purpose in life is not to be a pastor. Your purpose in life is to be Jay, the son of God, who just happens to be pastoring.
Yeah.
Right.
Who God saw fit that your traits and your personalities and your attributes were fit to serve and lead certain sets of people that were called for you. I thank you for the ones that you gave me. Jesus said that in John 17.
Yeah.
And
right?
at this time.
And at this time.
Yeah.
It's set up David. There's a scripture that said David, I said this before, David served the will of God for his generation and then died.
Yeah.
And he said went to sleep.
Right.
He did it for the time that he was here to do it. But your purpose is not in that role.
Nope.
Your purpose is who you are, and then it's like a glove.
Yeah.
Well, it's like God don't even care about those roles. He care about people, and I don't think we've detached it yet because we give each other roles as soon as we start walking.
Yes. Yes.
You'd be like, he gonna be a.
Yeah, we try to identify
She
people
gonna
and
be
put them in a position,
right.
real early or whatever.
Why is that?
Like, let me be.
Why is
Can
that?
you even imagine that?
Why do we
Not
do that?
having a role.
I could.
Why do we do that? Well, yeah, not having a role. I could. Why do we do that? Do we do it because we need to be in control? We do the roles for control. So we put somebody in a role so we can have control because it's very faith requires you to not be able to see something and still believe there's something there.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. The ability to be able to see what that person is and
Right.
be able to put them in a certain position. Oh yeah,
Put them in a
you there.
box.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I
you
can
there.
see you there.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
If I can't see you, then I don't know how to interact with you or gauge who you are, whatever. So let
Yeah.
me make you who you are.
and I can't control you.
No, 100%.
Hey, let's talk about
It's the culture. It's the culture.
Yeah.
You trying to fit people into the boxes. It's like, I mean,
That makes people comfortable.
when we
Right.
say persecution, when he talks about giving stuff up, he says it comes with persecution when you do receive it back.
I know.
The persecution is the fact that you're going against the system. It's going to look awkward. I mean, you're an outcast if you're doing what everyone's doing first. You're doing it last. You're outcast.
100%.
Yo, what's your least favorite role?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
That's a really good question.
I'm thinking about mine right now.
Dude, my exact thought.
So I might offend somebody.
Oh man, he gonna be like filming this Redin30 podcast.
I'm doing it now.
I'm doing it right now.
Bruh.
My least. That's funny, dog. My least favorite role, it would probably change. Let me see which one is the most frequent. Because I dislike I dislike being a son when these pressures come on, these parental pressures are pressures from parental people, or so. But I didn't curb that a little bit lately. So.
Curb it.
It's the master.
I think the role that I dislike the most, and don't take me wrong when I'm saying this, but the role I've disliked the most is a mentor.
Okay.
Because mentors are overrated. Okay. What do you mean? Okay, I think that mentors are overrated.
That was my question.
Yeah, mentors are over. I said it. Okay, I didn't mind why, boy. Mentors
What do you mean,
mentorship is overrated because it's too optional and it's too much advice. Mm-hmm. When you're a mentor, you have to give it as advice, and then whether they take the advice or not, you still have to be there as a mentor to talk to them as a repeat offender about the same thing that you told them. Yeah. And it's very people don't like you to be. They want you to be a mentor, but they don't want you to be an absolute. Mm-hmm. See, Jesus didn't mentor anybody. Yeah, and that's what happened to me. I was a mentor for a while. And I was like, okay, this is not working. Mm-hmm. I said, stop. Mm-hmm. So then you come to me, I'm gonna tell you what it is, and that's a wrap. Mm-hmm. People don't like that. Yeah. They'll appreciate it in the long run, but that's what it is. So being the mentor type thing, I don't want to be your mentor. I don't care about none. I don't care about none of that. You need to die. Mm-hmm. You need to die. You need to give up all your ideas. Blow it up. All your ideas are the reason that you're here talking to me in the first place. Mm-hmm. And then when you come to me, I'm going to show you exactly what it is. Yeah. And I don't want to repeat myself. You know how parents say that? I don't want to repeat myself. Like I don't want to. You say, well, you need to have patience. I have patience with things that need patience. Mm-hmm. That's not a thing that needs patience. Right. Yeah. That's somebody that just wants to do what they want to do. Yeah. They want you to tell them what they want to hear. And when you don't say what they, I'm passionate about that. Nah, I'm glad you asked me. What's these roles? Because I just.
Yeah, nah.
It bothers me, bro. It bothers me, bro. And it drags you, and everybody gets the opportunity to dump on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Jesus did have patience with different people.
He did,
like different patience.
Yeah, depending on who it was.
Yeah, that's
okay.
True.
Okay,
that's
good
true.
point. That's a good point. So the patience and the patience, right? Is with certain people there's patience, but certain people he's like he had low tolerance because you should have known. Yeah. Especially when you claim to be who you claim to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no patience. I have no patience for it. No grace there. You know, so you know, y'all gonna have to answer it next, right?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure mine out.
All right, we'll come back to you.
I think mine is. What you thinking?
I was just thinking about that. What he just last said. I thought about the rich young ruler, and I thought about the servant with the one talent. Yeah, it's like I don't have no patience for you. Like you claim to have known me, but you don't really know me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they in the same category.
You want a quick one?
What's up?
You get cut off quick.
In Proverbs, he says, acknowledge me in all your ways, not knowledge me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So everybody's talking about they know God. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't about knowing God. It was about acknowledging that God. You have to acknowledge that you don't know him. Mm-hmm. Okay, how do you know God? Okay, we say this stuff. Mm-hmm. We say God is almighty, he's omnipotent, his mind is expansive, he's he works outside of the realm of where we are and everything. Mm-hmm. And you have the audacity to say that you know him. Mm-hmm. How?
Yeah. I get that.
Can anybody explain it?
I get that. Mm.
So my acknowledgement, the best way to know God is really say that I don't know him that well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying.
The only reason people say they know God a lot of times is because they're trying to pat themselves on the back.
I know God.
I know God. I'll project on you that there's somebody.
Yeah.
Especially some people repeat that. They repeat that. I don't know why.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. I got that. Why you keep telling me you know God? What does that mean for me?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be obvious?
Acknowledge. He says acknowledge. Acknowledge means to admit somebody else's wisdom.
100%.
It is not knowledge me in all your ways of direct your path. When you acknowledge is a place of submission. Mm-hmm. It's a place of repentance, a place of yielding to where it's not a place of knowing so much. Because you know what the knowing was at the garden, tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay, so we're not there. I need you to acknowledge. And when you acknowledge, that's why the one you struck me off when you said the one says, I knew you was a hard man. No, you didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't acknowledge that I gave you the talent because there was something else in you that you didn't do, but you didn't acknowledge that I was smarter than you. Yeah. So you did the thing that you thought was smarter for yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Idiot. Yeah.
Idiot. You know what I'm saying? Because you think you know something.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Acknowledgement. It's such a submitted place.
Yeah.
That's peace and rest. I don't know. And why you call me good? Ain't that good one? I only hear as I hear judge.
Yeah.
I'm only doing Jesus had that thing down, bro. Because he was like, you know what I'm saying?
It's the master, bro.
That's it, bro. Like
That's the way to move. That's the way to move.
Pastor for sure.
Then I'll be getting like, where do we live?
Mm-hmm.
Where do we get all this from?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But y'all go ahead and talk about the roles. I know I went on for a quick second.
Yeah. That was good though. I think that was really good, dog.
I'm gonna sit back.
I think it's a duality in all things, right? And I think we have to be aware and we have to acknowledge when we literally just don't know. And I think as humans, we have a difficulty coming to that place. Like I think saying I don't know is so difficult for some people to do.
It is.
Look. I've been talking about this for the last last 4 or 5 days, right? And every time I tell somebody, it doesn't matter who me and Swag and Troy were talking about the other day, no matter who it is, the immediate time it's a challenge for you. Because it was like, you severely off.
Yeah, not off a little bit.
No. That night we were talking on the Clubhouse. I sat outside of my bed. He was like, what if you off? What if you way off? What if your honest moment is the way off? I said, but can't be God. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, God, because I'm not.
Father?
You start doing your stat line, your resume. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but God, I wasn't even trying to be on. Like I wasn't. What are you talking about? He was like, that right there. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, and it's not really. I'm not defecating on you. I'm not putting you down, guys. I'm not putting you down when I'm saying this, but I'm showing you the key to me. I'm giving you the passcode. See, the passcode is not what you can learn about me, right? But it's that you know you don't know me, and then I can talk to you. See, if you ever somebody that think they know you, and so they come talk to you. Or they think they know something, so they come and talk to you. Oh my God, I know you closed your eyes and made me think about it, but it's like
I slapped somebody in my mind just now.
You came and talked. Yeah, you can. Yeah. You come and talk to me about the situation, and then you talk to me the whole time.
Yeah.
Right? Or
you can stay at your house.
Or somebody has a preconceived idea about you, so they begin to treat you and relate to you that way when they come in contact with you, because they think that they know you. You know, somebody joking with you too much. But it's like you're not my homeboy like that.
Yeah, facts.
So
literally,
like that joke, you can't do that
like
joke.
When your homeboy try to be my homeboy, like yo, you're not my homeboy, you his homeboy.
Yeah, right. Or vice versa. Or vice versa. I'll be like,
right now.
We'd be like,
he's both.
You'd be like, don't call me.
Let me stop.
Like, don't call me certain like.
Terrible.
You know what I'm saying? Don't call me. You're so stupid. Don't call me certain nicknames or whatever.
And I can't do it because it's too
You know what I'm
obvious.
saying? Don't call me certain nicknames.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like don't.
We gotta change the subject.
Bag. You don't know me like that. Like it's one of those things. But it's not that you can't get to know me, but the fact that you rushed up on me, like you knew already, turn me off.
Yeah.
God the same.
Yeah.
So when you come to God and you start saying all the, like even the names of God. Now you only know them names because you done read them in the Bible, or somebody done told them to you in a song, or some preacher done preached them to you. You don't really know them names. You can't even say them names. You talking about to see the canoe. You don't even know what that means. You saying all these words, right?
You killing them.
So now you go to God calling them these names that you don't know, right? Or you go to God and see people get mad at me about this, but once it hits you, you gotta. I mean, it's just the way the conversation goes.
Yeah.
So the truth of the matter is, I wonder if we need to approach not knowing nothing. I believe that we should approach as I hear, I judge. What God is telling you for the year 2021, I don't know,
bro.
I mean, he's still talking, bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he tells me that he says, so now when you acknowledge, when you say that, you know what? Regardless of how on I am, I'm off, bro. And I can be okay with that.
And we so afraid of that.
We're afraid of that because why?
Are we so afraid of it that
It's
we
ego.
accept like the false stuff, or we make up something false that just sounds inspiring?
We make up something false that sounds inspiring.
That's how much we hate that position.
Expiring. Sounds expiring. That's what it is. That sounds inspiring.
You know what I'm saying? Like we go that far with it. It's like I hate being in this place. I'm just gonna either accept this thing that somebody else said that has nothing to do with me, or I'm gonna make up something that sounds good for me. Because
that place of acknowledgement, that place right there, is a place of faith.
Yeah,
that's the place of trust.
Yeah,
It is no longer on your merit no more.
Yeah.
It is no longer about. I love when Paul started talking about. He said, I know all these things, and I got all this stuff. He said, but I count them all dung, that I may know Christ. He said, I don't want no nothing among you. Say Jesus Christ, Him crucified.
That's it.
Right. This is the conversation.
I know nothing.
I don't know nothing, but and we know things.
Yeah.
But the things that I know aren't godly until I acknowledge that I don't know how they work.
Right.
Facts.
Right?
That's tough, bro. Like
the things that that's tough because the things you think you know, the things that are holding you back.
Yeah.
That's your weights.
Yeah.
That's your labor and heavy laden.
Yeah. Like I know there's
That's
many
your
times.
trust, though.
There's many times where I was presented with something that I literally didn't know how to do, but I sat there for minutes, hours trying to figure it out, just so it wouldn't look like I did know that I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
And you waste time when you
waste so much time.
This happened to me today. This happened to me today.
That's a lot of people.
This happened to me today. I had to go in the room and I was running the live stream, swearing my witness, and Leroy Jr. said he wanted to put something, drop something on the server. Right? I don't really do that a lot. I remember how to do it kind of, but I don't know how to do it. So I'm sitting there, and so now I'm trying to prove to him that I know how to do it because I don't want to be like, you don't know how to do it, So I'm sitting there and I'm clicking, and I know how to open the app, but I'm not connected. I didn't connect the server. I didn't do. I know I might be talking Greek to life. I didn't connect the server. I didn't open the right folders. But now he's over there doing something else. I'm sitting there like, man. So I'm just gonna try to fumble around and figure this out. But I wasn't figuring it out. So ego says, just sit here and keep clicking until you find something.
Facts.
Right? Because you wanna be right.
Yeah.
Or is it about getting it done? Or are you doing it?
Right. Right.
I always said this. I heard this a couple weeks ago. He said, is it because you want people to hear what they need to hear, or is it because you want to say it? It's a ball game. And so I said, hey, Swag, how I do this? I clicking it, and Swag started texting me stuff, and then Donnell come in, start showing me. I say, hold on, bop. Show me how to do this. And I watched now. I wasn't a dummy.
Right.
I paid attention to it, but it's just I didn't sit there long trying to prove to somebody, you know what I'm saying, that something is, and we do that with God.
Have you ever watched somebody try to do something and you knew they didn't know what they were doing, but they didn't ask you nothing?
Yes.
It's one of the most entertaining, fulfilling things I could do.
Oh my God.
I'm just sitting there.
I'd be so bothered. I'd be so bothered.
No, I think that's what God does.
So 4 hours, huh? When you was gonna ask me what my
but like, what's the reason for all this stuff though?
I don't know. It's just
like it's the energy that we done grown up around, bro.
It's the energy. Yes, it's the energy.
Yeah.
And what we've grown up is that you gotta know.
You're less than if you don't have answers for everything you're saying.
Oh, you gotta know.
Or you don't have.
You really can't pinpoint like where it came from.
It comes from everywhere. No,
Yeah.
but
it just comes. Yeah,
it's the culture.
Yeah, it's the culture. It's the culture. It's like
your math homework. Right? Your spelling bee, spelling test.
Because when you say you don't know, you be like, well, you need to know.
You need to know. Why you don't know?
No, not just that. They rank you lower. Like you are considered a lower person in the class. And school is really what trains us how to live in the real world. We think it don't, but it should. Right? And so we think we're ranked lower because we tested low.
And then here's Jesus saying,
we said we didn't know.
I only do what my father tell me to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like what? You know what I'm saying? But that it becomes the key to the power.
It's too simple, Montreal.
It's too simple.
It got to be another way.
It got to be more.
It's the same energy that you're putting on knowing so much stuff. That's the same energy you need to put on.
And ain't nobody left. Diploma and degree and the second degree. For my sake, in the gospel, they won't receive 100-fold of what they thought they knew. See, because the thing that you attained on your own,
lift it up, yeah.
the blossoming or the flourishing of that is in the not knowingness. Every great invention, every great thing that happened came with somebody saying they didn't know, but they were searching for something else. And that's where it goes.
Yeah.
The audacity of you to say you're gonna spin the dirt and put in a man's eye and tell him go wash. A blind man tell him go wash. Right? That's where you get that from. That's where that amazing thing comes from.
Yeah.
Because I didn't assume on how to heal a blind eye.
Yeah. And that's what they say, like all of the super wealthy people in the world do. Whatever new venture they is, they have a beginner's mindset. Like they don't come in thinking they know everything. They just like show me what to do. Like I need to learn what to do. And so that puts them in a position to take what they do know and apply it to what they don't know.
Right.
So now that junk, it lifts off every single time.
Except you become as
no child.
It's a child's
Come
mindset.
come on. Child mindset. It's a suffer the children to come unto me. Except you become the child, you won't enter in the kingdom of God. Right? It's that mentality of being open to not knowing.
Yeah.
And then when you do know, right, you know where it came from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And even when you know something and you're taught how to do something, you still can't rely. Moses hit the rock once because God told him to hit the rock and water came out. He literally told him to strike the rock and water came out.
Yep.
The second time, he tells him to speak to the rock. But Moses stayed in that first lane of hitting the rock.
What do you know?
And he struck it. Now God says, because you didn't listen to me, you're not going to get into the promised land. But he still made water come out for his people.
Yep.
You get it? It's a personal thing that as I hear, I judge.
Because just when you thought you knew him,
just when you thought you knew,
you didn't know him.
Just you thought you knew,
because you didn't know what you can't call his shot. You can't call his hand because you don't know what's going to happen next. He could have you do the same thing 5 times, and that 6th time,
go switch it up.
You're gonna be like, wait, it came out the sky this time. Wait, what?
I thought you was over here.
Nah, dog, you don't know me like that.
I ain't over there like that.
So just be like, okay. So now I'm just about to stop.
Yeah.
I'm just about to be like, I'm not gonna try to figure it out no more.
That's actually maturity.
It's actually rest.
Ooh,
really? It is rest. It is rest. It is no worry.
Yes.
It is no worry, no stress. All of those things, stress, worry, fear, overly concerned, anxiousness, is all when you're standing up. It can't exist in the low.
Yeah.
It can't exist in the low and meek and low. It can't exist there.
Yeah.
How you depress me and I'm already down? I can't be depressed if I'm already down.
Yeah.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can't be none of these things when I'm already. It's like, I don't want to fall. You can't fall if you're down already. I've never seen a man on the ground fall. He's already on the ground.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we should do a video of you on the ground trying to fall.
That would be hilarious. that would be hilarious.
Like
on the ground, like not fall.
A wobbling situation.
Now you're squirming. Yeah, that's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
Am I lower?
But it's the challenge, man. It's the challenge for me. Like, it's the challenge.
Yeah.
It's the challenge, and what we don't realize is on the other side of the challenge is what we've been looking for.
Yeah. Every time.
About some things. I wonder what I really would like to have a group discussion on this because I wonder what people
Clubhouse.
Yeah, for sure. We could definitely do it for Clubhouse.
Yeah, I feel like my favorite group discussions on Clubhouse.
The practical.
Let her finish the statement.
Discussion.
No, I'm just saying the practical parts of this. I really would like to flush it out because I think you take something to the streets because what are you thinking that you're doing? Like, what do you need to backtrack? What do you need to change your perspective on? I just think it'll be a good group discussion.
I think so too.
I thought about roles.
Because we get so far with us top 3.
Earlier when I was talking about roles, and a few times you kind of reference to the tree of evil. Wait, how I go?
Tree of knowledge good evil. It's
all evil.
I don't even know that tree. That's all tree of life for me.
Just call it evil.
It's dope, though.
Yeah, the tree that was in the garden.
Yeah.
And I thought about, I might be wrong on the nationality with this, but sometimes you see it with the Asians or the Chinese, or some of the Koreans. I know one person. He's a basketball player, Yao Ming. He played in the early 2000s. His history is he's so tall because the Chinese government wanted to have a Chinese basketball player that would be the greatest of all time, quote unquote. And so they made one of the tallest men in China and one of the tallest women in China get married and have him.
Wow.
Oh.
And from birth.
That sounds like China.
Chinese government.
They would do it. They would do it.
Yeah. And from birth, he was just going to be a basketball player.
Yeah.
So he came out the womb playing basketball.
Right.
And he actually ended up being 7'6".
Right.
And he was actually pretty good. He had a successful basketball career.
His body just couldn't
He was in the Hall of Fame.
He had small feet.
You know what I'm saying?
Did he really?
Yeah.
He did.
He was 7'6", but he wore a size 14 something like that.
What?
It doesn't work.
Yeah. So, but
Ain't that something?
I wonder about stuff like that. That's the tree. it's like, something good came out of it, but like he was successful in a role. Like he was successful in a role, but did he lose himself?
He ain't win nothing.
Nothing. Did he lose himself?
Right? No.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Successful in the role, but did he? All right, and this is
Like, who was Yao Ming?
Right, and this is
what I'm saying?
you just described the tree. You said it's a tree, and you just described the epitome of the tree is man trying to make what they want.
Yeah,
taking something as beautiful as the merging of DNAs to come up with something that's so amazing.
Yeah,
but you want to make what you want.
Yeah,
I just had puppies, right? And the first letter I had, my dog Graham is light brown. And my girl Alex is like black and she's a traditional looking German Shepherd, right? Black and like the tan color, right? First time they made it last year, I came out with like 4 brown puppies, like 4 two-tone brown puppies, and like 3 or 4 black puppies with like kind of it was just different colors. So I'm like, oh man, this is great. So I wanted to mate them again, right? Because I said, well, I can get some. And this time, I have 5 black puppies and only 1 brown. Had 2 brown, lost them. Shout out to Brownie.
You named him Brownie?
Well, I just called him Brownie just now because it was cool.
Yeah, as he picked him up.
Yeah, right. And so
Let's not finish the story.
Brownie. But it came out different.
Right.
It came out different. Yeah. I expected something else, but it came out different. But it is what it is because this is the way that life goes. Yeah. It's not always going to come out the way that you want it to come out. You get it? But there's a purpose for it being like that. Now, if I'm selling these puppies, somebody wants the ones. There's somebody out there that wants the ones that I got. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want a brown one.
Right.
They didn't want a whatever. They want the kind that I had. You see what I'm saying? But it works out. I'm just using this for example that you can't manipulate. Now, they've been crazy. I take them and manipulate. Now I want to, X chromosomes and Y chromosomes to make sure that they got blue eyes and whatever. Right? Like it's foolishness to try to control that. In instance.
But you see like a lot of kids like. Like a lot of young kids like that, like even if you look at like some musicians, like they were trained from 3 years old to be a musician,
right?
When they might not have wanted to be,
right?
That's probably not who they are. They probably only good at it because they did it so much,
right?
And it's like, dang, like.
Right.
I have a thought on your desires because when you talk about acknowledgement, like if you acknowledge him in all your ways, he'll give you the desires of your heart.
Or direct your path.
And direct your paths.
And delight yourself in the Lord, right? I'm just kind of putting
I'm just skipping through all of that.
I'm putting together, right?
But he gives you the desires of...
She don't even know what you know.
What a listener.
Yeah, right.
Proverbs. Shoot.
All that.
3,
4 or 5 or something like that.
4. Yeah. I knew it was a 4 in there.
I think 4 through 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 5 through 7.
That's 4. I think it's 4.
Let's go to the rest of
Anyway, he give you the desires of your heart. So a lot of times, until you start that acknowledgement and delighting yourself in him, you have desires, but it could definitely be desires of your environment.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? So you could really live without acknowledging him and have another set of desires. It's not real until you do acknowledge him, and then that might change. You might change. And so what you want might change.
Ain't no might.
It's gonna change.
Yeah, ain't no might.
Be like, look at me.
Yeah, and that's the discovery that some people have. They was like, yeah,
that's true.
Because it changes.
Yep.
He went somewhere else probably.
Proverbs 3, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the table of thy heart. Verse 4, so shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Favor and good understanding in the sight of God first, then man. All right. Then is where we going right now. Verse 5, and we're talking about acknowledge the way, but verse 5 says, when it's familiar, but it's so familiar we quote it, but we don't do it. Trust in the Lord. And I like how absolute Christ is and how absolute God is. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
Oh, yep.
Lean not to thine own understanding. That means you don't even do it at all.
Yep.
Don't even
your own understanding is way off.
You ain't got no more to do it with.
Yeah, right. Because you gave it all, right.
Yes.
Right. In all thy ways, it's absolute again. Acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Now I hit this by accident. You think direct would be to... You think direct is like directions, huh? He gonna do like this for you in direction. No, it means to straighten. It's a primitive root is the word yasar, to be straight or even, to make right, pleasant, prosperous, fit, seem good,
100%.
please, be, to make, to bring. And it says to be right, be straight, be level, be upright, be just, be lawful, be smooth, to go straight, to be pleasing, agreeable, to be right, to be straightforward and upright. So trust.
Hit that man cash out.
In all thy ways, hit them up. In all thy ways, acknowledge him, and he shall make your path straight.
Wow.
He shall make your path direct. He makes your path corrected. He'll correct your path.
What did I get?
Oh, the ones you talking about Psalms.
Yeah, 37.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
didn't even say that.
I mean, we knew that you was like piecing stuff together, so we just let you piece it
We
together.
just let you go ahead and take it.
Can we go to that?
Because in Psalm chapter 50, I'm going to go over there.
Do we know where?
Verse 7, be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. And I can keep going on and on and on.
Yeah, that whole one is good.
Bruh.
And then the next one.
Right, like, it give it.
Yeah, Proverbs 4 is good too.
Psalms 37:4. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. You get it?
Yeah, that proves what we were saying.
Verse 3 says, trust in the Lord and do good, so shall thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Like these places, we out here hungry and we out here confused and we out here looking for what's going on because we're not delighting ourselves in the Lord. We're not trusting in the Lord. What does that look like? That's not church. That's not your praise and worship song. Right. That's not your favorite worship group, Hillsong, Maverick City, all these different people, and you all in there crying no more. That's not that no more. That's not your prayer group. That's not none of that no more. What delighting yourself in the Lord is you acknowledging that you don't. Prayer is the way to do this. Worship is the way to do this. Fasting is the way. You don't know because you've been fasting, praying, and worshiping all this time. Acknowledge that you don't know. Yep. Stop trying to have the key because I'm gonna give you the keys.
Yeah.
Acknowledge.
Yeah.
The most spiritual person is an acknowledger.
Yep. That's good, bro. Good, bruv.
That's it.
Yeah.
Trust the Lord on your heart and lean not to your own understanding. What's this?
That's calm too.
Jay, come on, Jay. Swag. All right, you ready? Nikki, you ready for this?
Swag.
Name some things that people think that they didn't know about God in Christianity and all that. Go.
Well, name something they didn't know.
They think they know. They think they know. They teach they go.
They think they know.
My praise is a weapon.
Oh my God.
Hey, he really has no other ones that he wouldn't say that one. That was the only one.
No, I got a bunch of them. I just want to listen because y'all know what I'm talking about. Which ones that
Wait, you
everybody?
talking about stuff that's just in songs?
Well, just like the general things. No, that's just all just general things.
Oh, just run them off, bro.
I mean that you call them into the presence.
You get to the get to the presence and the glory come down.
Get naked.
Get naked, right? And then like all these different things, right? But the truth of the matter is, you don't know. And then when somebody, I hear him. Oh, I know God.
We hurt people's feelings.
You just forfeited the principle.
Stop saying that.
You've just claimed something that Jesus didn't claim. The audacity of you. It's the Father that do the work. As I hear, I judge. Yes, I know that I'm one with him. Yeah, I can be one with him, but my one with him is acknowledging that I don't get the opportunity to be one if I don't acknowledge he the one. If I can't acknowledge that he the one and he the only one, that's the one thing that's needful. That's the one thing that's lacking. If I can't acknowledge that there's one knowledge and it's his, there's one understanding that's his, there's one way that things should be done and it's his. If I can't acknowledge that, then I don't get access. Yeah,
but even in that, like in Matthew 11, like you have to acknowledge Christ in order to come to him. Like you have to acknowledge that he is who he is in order for you to even come.
100%.
A lot of people don't even have that first step of acknowledging, right? And so the second thing is that out in church, right? Another thing you say, like in church, like one thing that we say is we know God, right? But on the flip side, we say you can never know all of God because he's so vast. But then we be so absolute about how much we know God.
Are we listening to ourselves?
Yeah.
And James, brother James said it well.
What he said?
He said a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Yeah. We have an unstable belief system because we're picking sides at different times.
That is true.
So I want to know God when I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
But I know that I can't know God all the way. Which one is more absolute? You know God or that you don't know? Which one is more probable? If we had to sit on the table and pick one, we had to pick one. You know God or you don't know God in his vastness. Which one you think is more truth?
What we don't know.
And you should know the
truth.
And the truth to
make you free. Because that'll be questioned too, bro.
If
we put a scale, bro, and we was like, okay, yeah, this is all stuff I know about God, and then you saw this big mound of stuff about God that you did know. It's like, hold on, what about all of this stuff?
All right, and then hold on, but hold on, what do we do?
That's so off, though.
Oh, we defend this.
We defend that. We actually.
But what is it based on?
We're gonna go live in that house.
Yeah, we gonna live in there.
That little house right there, with the little bricks and stuff that you know. You're gonna live there with your ego.
This what I've been brought up on. This what I've attained all my life.
And this has caused a class system to exist. This makes me better than you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we like that.
Man, you know.
It really bothers me.
Man, you know, like, man, bro, we be shining on this dude. This dude gonna get shined on until like for the rest of history.
Get your shine on. Get
the
your
rich young
shine
ruler.
on.
He will be shined on for the rest.
All day.
Like what you talking about right now? Because he came to Jesus saying, like, I know you good. I know you good. Like he was acting like he knew him already, and he was off on that
from the get go.
And then Jesus sensed that he was like, all right, cool. And then like what you was talking about just now, saying that, you know, I was brought up on all this, like we inherited information and like quote unquote revelation about God, and then we just grew up knowing God. What we think we know,
and we're teaching people how to know Him.
Yeah,
and like Jesus is like, nah, sell all that,
and
he said, follow me so you can be known. Like so you can start acknowledging that you don't know.
Right.
But that bothers me so much because
that's powerful.
All the Gospels is him correcting what they thought they knew for all those years, and then we look around today, it's the same story.
Yeah, still.
Like that bothers me. Like, what are y'all talking? Is this church still saying the same thing?
Nah, facts.
And Jesus gonna bust up in here again and be like, you know what?
No, he here right now.
Throw it all away.
Throw it all away. This is what Red30 is. You thought you was reading the script 3 days. We really come over and flip tables. I think, and here's
your whole life.
So here's how it goes. Here's how it goes. We've got these concepts. So we come running. I want to challenge a lot of people while we're listening to this because it's gonna be tough, right? But
while we're challenging ourselves,
it's
So while we're challenging ourselves,
while we're challenging ourselves, right?
Definitely.
Like rich young ruler, right? So he comes, and the reason that, long story short, he can't do what was requested of him of Jesus is because he had some things, and they say he had great possessions, but great possessions. Like he thought that he knew. That's why he came running, and he was, oh yeah, I can imagine. Oh yeah, I've reserved all of them for my youth, right?
Damn.
Done.
And so, but why did Jesus say? Why did Jesus require that of him? Watch this. You ready for this? Now we're about to check some people real quick.
I like you changed the word too. Instead of request to require.
Right, request to require. Right. Now, why is dope? Now, watch this. Why did Jesus require all of what he said from him? Because that's a heavy thing.
Life.
That's a heavy thing, right? You go sell everything you got and give it to the poor, then come follow me. Why is that so much? He didn't ask that in the centurion.
Right.
He asked for the kingdom.
He didn't ask for all that. What did he come ask for?
Eternal life.
What measures you meet, being according to your faith.
Yeah.
You can't come up here running here talking about you want eternal life. We used to learn this. We learned this. Everybody wanted the 100-fold.
What you want?
Everybody want a 100-fold return. Everybody want a 100-fold return, but you don't want to give 100% of what you got.
Perfect.
I want to do it at the same time.
But we say he who sows sparingly, reap sparingly. Who sow bountifully, reap bountifully. Be it according to your faith. What measure you meet. We always saying these things, but then we have the audacity to ask God for something that we weren't willing to give. So we want more life, but don't want to give our life.
What's really funny is we treat eternal life like the elementary thing, when every day you keep asking God for this and you still haven't. You need to go back to the beginning.
So here
Deny yourself. Take up your cross.
Because so many Christians like, oh, I did that. I got eternal life.
You know what?
Do you have eternal life?
You know,
you need to go
It ain't for everybody.
You need to be being reborn again.
It ain't for everybody.
Listen.
Real Christ, real Jesus ain't for everybody.
I called some people the Antichrist this morning.
Ooh, they said they among us. They said they among us.
You got context?
No. Here's why it ain't for everybody. Because there are levels.
Well, I asked them. I ain't call them. I asked them.
There are levels. There are levels that people want to get to, but they're not willing to pay that price. James and John mama come in there and say, "Can my son sit on your right hand and your left hand in the kingdom?" He said, "Well, can they bear the cup that I'm about to bear?" Yeah, they can do it. She didn't even ask, well, what does that mean?
Right.
What is this cup?
What's the cup?
She didn't even ask. She was like, oh, yeah, so bad. You so bad.
You reminded me of so many people's mamas today.
Did you observe the commandments from the youth? Rich and ruler, did you observe the commandments? Oh, yeah, I did this from my youth. You want it so bad that you start answering all kind of questions because you think he about to let you in. But what you don't know is your answer to your question is just the entry rate to your murder. Like I'm leading you to the cross.
To the slaughter.
I'm leading you to the slaughter.
Yep.
You don't even know this happened to you. Everybody, God speak to me. They don't want God to talk to them.
Oh my!
Don't want God to talk to them. Because if God, listen.
They just want to talk to themselves.
Listen, if God really talk to you,
they want the cachet, man.
Yes.
If God really talks to you,
Clout.
you are not prepared for what he's about to say to you. You will not be prepared for what he's going to require. And I guarantee you're going to come ask for something more than what you want to give. And you are not prepared for you. And then right after rich and ruler, how hard it is for a rich man into the kingdom.
He said it twice.
And then what they say? Oh, we left Lord. We left all Lord. He said, ain't nobody left houses, lands, or mothers, or fathers, or children, or wives, or lands, and all that for my sake in the gospel, that will not receive 100-fold of all these different things. He lists everything except a wife, which is crazy, but it's probably built in the children and the mother and all that stuff, right? 100-fold is now in this time. Now in this time. Now here. Like on the other side of what I just told the rich and ruler is that, but you're not willing to give it up. And it ain't for everybody. You come in talking about you want eternal life. You come in talking about you want to change the world. Do you know what it takes to change the world? Do you really understand that the things that you're asking for are the things you think you want to do? You know what cost? Do you know how much that costs? You have no clue. You have no clue how much your prayers cost. And that's why we say that bull talking about Jesus paid it all, so I ain't got to do nothing. That's bull. We done learned this no responsibility gospel.
Don't exist.
And we've learned this gospel, and there's no responsibility gospel. That's and Jesus has done it, paid it all. We're going to call the angels, do it. Somebody was going to pray for us. I had a praying grandmother. All that stuff, man. Nobody want to hear all that. You right now have to be responsible for what you're expecting of God.
Yep.
And if you want to follow Christ, this is what it looks like. I really don't care if you got to backpedal. You chose those things that you're in right now, and now it's just this is the way it got to go.
Come on.
You got to backpedal. You got to. The scripture says there's a time to tear down, to destroy, and to root up, tear down, destroy, and then to plant and to build. It's just the way the process goes.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the backpedaling, because what about if they're in it already?
You got to backpedal. Why I got to do so much? Why you picked all this?
To whom much is given.
To whom much is given, much is required. This is what we're talking about.
Actually, we already answered that, actually.
So rich young ruler, you came and asked for eternal life. Bro, you came and asked for what you said you wanted to inherit eternal life.
Let me give it to you.
Okay. And I'm testing you like, okay, these are the commandments. Did you observe these? Yeah, okay, cool. One thing you like.
Just one.
You know the one thing is? You won't acknowledge.
Yep.
You won't acknowledge that you don't know. Now you asked, but you won't acknowledge. See that? See people asking these questions, but then when they get the answer, they won't acknage.
Yeah, bro. When God really talk to you like that, you be like, "All right, that's enough right now."
Yeah, then they be like, "You know what?
Some people say it's the devil."
It says devil. It says the devil.
Trying to take something from me that I had.
Red pill, blue pill. Right? You don't want to take the one.
It's a pill. It's a pill.
You don't want to take the one that's for real.
That's when you know.
Like right now, some people. Look, somebody turn the podcast off. Too much. It's too much. They just turn it off. It's too much. It is too much. All of that.
All of it.
You asking for all of that, and what's crazy about it is he's not trying to leaving leaving these things is not like you see. What does that mean for you? Mm-hmm. But it really means leave your mentality for those things. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, some of y'all are in these relationships and in these businesses and in these careers and in these things like the dope game. It's a dope game. Remember the movie? I think it was Omar Epps, In Too Deep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, was it Omar Epps in that movie?
I don't know.
No, it was. No, yeah, it was Omar. One of In Too Deep. You in too deep now. You in the game too deep now. Mm-hmm. Now the only way to get out is death.
You talking about Juice?
No, not Juice. Not Juice. I'm talking about In Too Deep. I think.
I got you, bro. Let me see. Yeah, that's Omar Epps.
Death is giving up what you trust in. Death is giving up what you trust in.
Oh, now. Yeah. I seen that.
Yeah, you in too deep. You in too deep, and now you done got in. Now you in too deep.
I didn't know what y'all saying.
And now the only way out of that is murder. Mm-hmm. But it ain't for everybody.
Yeah, facts.
And that's okay. It's not for everybody.
Well,
but just know that don't come up here talking about this extraordinary life with Christ when you've not died this extraordinary death.
100%.
Okay, I gotta go here. The reason that the reason that Peter built the church or started off the church like they did, and it didn't seem to have as much as what Jesus is, and the reason it was because you didn't die. You tried to live a resurrected life with your life before. New wine, new wine in old bottles. Old cloth on new cloth. You tried to live in a new place with old ways. It don't work. It contaminates. It bursts the bottle.
Yeah. And you think Jesus was telling the rich young ruler that, like, literally, like, at the time, like when he said, like come follow me, come my eternal life, like come follow me. Do you really think like he was meaning like, yo, I'm about to be executed on the cross?
He told him to take up your cross.
Yeah.
Am I tripping? I'm not tripping. Am I? Somebody tell me. Somebody fact check me.
I think that was the whole plan, man.
You know what I'm saying? Was he referring to that? You know what I'm saying?
He thought he was just gonna be another disciple.
Right.
No, I want you to go all the way.
Yeah. Which we talked about that before.
Yeah, he said take up your cross.
Talked about
take up your cross, right?
Yep.
What, hold on. You ain't never seen nobody take no cross up. What's the only time in the script you saw somebody taking up a cross? He said a lot of times. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take a cross and follow me. Was the only the only person you saw Jesus carrying a cross, and somebody was helping carry the cross for him because he was so beat so bad, right? What's the only time you carrying a cross? You're not. It's not like the cross on your chain. The only time you carrying a cross because it's time to go die. And when it was time for crucifixion, you had the rule was you had to carry your own cross.
And they knew.
So this why old boy go back sad.
It wasn't it was a real thing back then. It wasn't like a figure.
No, it's not no figure of speech.
Yeah, take up, and he didn't say your cross. He said take up the cross.
Yeah,
that's a little bit.
Yeah, now see, so
that's what I was getting to. I was like, hold on. He was actually talking about dying on the cross.
Okay, but he said one thing,
figurative.
And he lists like 6 instructions.
We can't even do the figurative
because he asked about eternal life. He was like,
yeah.
I mean, all right, this how you gonna ask?
Okay, this is what you want, right? And hold on. You didn't even have to come and ask for that.
Yeah,
you ran up here and asked for that. You didn't even have to do that, but you wanted.
You went out your way.
Have eternal life, right? Everybody jump off and saying stuff. Peter jump off. Lord, it's not going to be unto you. Yeah. Get behind me, Satan. Yeah. You're going too far, but you're doing too much. Peter said he washed the feet. He said, Peter, Lord, I'll never let you wash my feet. He said, if I don't wash your feet, you ain't got nothing to do with me. Why you go so far?
Yeah.
All these different things you're saying because you're posturing.
100%.
You posturing, bro. I know they ran it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it just like thinking about what he just said with the rich young ruler, right? I thought about, the guy next to him on the cross. Like one of them, like he was just like, you ain't. He was going with what the crowd was saying, but the other one's like, yo, like he rebuked. He's like, chill out, bro.
Right.
Like he's like, remember me. He was like, yo, today you'll be with me in paradise.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you on the cross and you recognize who I am.
That's
like
it.
you ready to die.
You've acknowledged even in my lowest moment, quote unquote, you acknowledge who I am.
Yep.
Can we point one thing out?
Can I point this out quick?
Oh,
yeah, we can point this out.
Oh, yeah.
He acknowledged Jesus.
Hold on, Queen.
Hold on, Queen. Hold on.
This is not Clubhouse.
I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you finish. Hey, he acknowledged what this is some powerfulness there. There's some powerfulness, bro. What I'm about to say. He acknowledged Jesus at his lowest moment.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't acknowledge Jesus as the Savior or the resurrected one or the transfigured. He acknowledged him buck naked, beat, and hanging on the cross next to him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
100%.
We're in the same boat.
Man, bro, that's beautiful. Man, bro, that's some poetry and
Yeah.
real
Powerful,
life.
bro.
Yeah.
That's cool, bro.
But it's also his lowest moment, his high moment at the same time.
Yeah, it's low moment, high moment at the same time.
Well,
And,
lift it up.
and dude got to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude say it's something.
Mm-hmm.
They should remember me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He said, I ain't gotta remember you. This is happening right now.
the fact that he can see that in the people down there watching.
The first convert was a thief.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
Facts. Yeah.
I was gonna point out that he loved on him. I don't, You know, we think Jesus had an attitude or whatever, but he was just like, okay, look at you from your youth. Huh?
Hey, hold on.
And what is love? What is love?
He gave him.
No, what is love?
He gave him the key. Really.
Who's love?
God. The Father.
God is love. Love is God. So love is an identity. So
100%.
he right then identified him. He said, and then Jesus looked at him and identified him. I said, okay.
Look at the baby.
Look at you. Look at you. All right. Look, go sell what you. There's one thing you lacking. You close. Go sell what you got. Because I'm thinking you ready to do this. You'd observed all this. You came running over here with these accolades and all this. So cool.
Came running.
Go sell what you have. Give it to the poor. Because you should know what this is. That's what the commanders are supposed to be teaching you. What I'm about to tell you right now.
Yeah.
He honestly almost, for him to feel like that after the fact and be like, he was really asking a redundant question. Like, how hard is it for a rich man?
Yeah.
Like, he kept saying it because it's like, man, I thought he was going to come on, do it, but he didn't.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we should do a conversation one time where we just go through the disappointments of Jesus.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Disappointment of Jesus.
dang.
I want to do disappointment of Jesus. I want to do the hard sayings of Jesus. I want to do the hard sayings. I want to go to one of these episodes. I want to do the hard sayings of Jesus that everybody skips.
Hey, bro.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Hold on, bro.
That's supposed to be this episode.
I'm still stuck on like what he was talking about, like with the thief. Like I did like some quick research. Like that thief was what they called zealots back then. And saying zealots, golly, like zealots were the people who were going against the Roman government at the time, and the Roman government was the ones crucifying.
It's like the revolution.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
and like they were basically fighting the power per se,
Right.
but they were going about, you know, like sometimes you'll see it on like some older style movies. Like they would kill Roman soldiers like on the low. Like they'll catch them like down the hallway and like kill them on like some slick stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they had no big army.
Right.
Like there was like little small gangs here and there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so they were stealing stuff and they were killing stuff to kind of regain power or just off of tired of being suppressed. By
And
the
they were stealing
government,
to
stuff
probably
like
bring
that.
it back to their family members and the
Yeah.
people that needed it.
Yeah.
And at the time, Jesus was looked at as a zealot.
Yeah.
The zealots actually, some of them looked up to him, but some of them kind of turned their head like away from him because he wasn't violent. And so, like what you said, like that thief was the first convert. Like Jesus, like that's what I was talking about before. Like Jesus was looked at as a role as being a zealot, but he redeemed that role of a zealot and showed them actually how to
What it really looks like.
like how to, you know, fight the power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he showed them how to do it. Like that's dope, bro.
That is dope.
Like
That is
Look,
dope.
you do not fight the power with their
they showed them a
rules.
new way.
Yeah, you don't fight the power with their rules. That's the kingdom.
Yep.
He said, I'll show you a new way. He said another time, I'll show you a new way.
Man,
Yep.
You don't fight the power with their power.
bruh.
You don't fight their water the way that they fight it.
100%.
You get what I'm saying? But that's phenomenal, bro.
Yeah.
And so watch this. I want to say this because we're talking about the hard sayings, right? they're only hard sayings because of our perspective. They're really actually the simplest part.
Yeah. Yep.
Give up your family? That's actually the easier thing. But because we're backwards, right? Well, turn around, and then I'm gonna hold my fingers and tell me how many fingers I'm holding up, right? Because we're backwards. It is a simple thing, 1, 2. But because you're backwards, it seems difficult. When in actuality, repent means to turn.
Change your mind.
You turn, and it becomes easy. The only reason that stuff is hard because you hadn't repented.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because another part of that too that I saw and then I think it goes perfectly with in Proverbs that you read, because it's like you turn it, but then it's where it's directed to too.
It's where it's directed to.
Yeah. So now, like when you turn it, like whatever it was, it becomes straight. Yeah, it's crazy.
Come on.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy.
That is
So
crazy.
are you telling me that you're, because Scripture says He make the crooked place straight. So you telling me when I turn, my path is born again? You mean to tell me when I turn that my path is converted? You mean to tell me that when I turn, all the crooked places are made straight?
Yep.
It's just me turning.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like you just said.
Right now. Turn that way. Now tell me what you were saying just now.
What?
Yeah, just whatever you were talking about, right? I can't hear you that good. Yeah, but turn around and talk to me.
Yeah.
And it's that easy.
Yeah. Nah, facts. It's straightened out real quick.
But if they got something over there that's more important to you.
All right.
Good hands, Nakia. Good hands.
The mic ain't moved?
Yeah, she got that one.
In midair.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here
It's
for.
on top of it, yeah.
It's on top of the thing.
All right. Good job, Nakia.
Okay.
Nakia the Ninja.
All right, Ninja Kia.
Y'all take it too far.
But if something's over there that's more important to you, then you won't. Then it's difficult because you're being pulled in that direction.
And I really want people to understand that that's what we're talking about. I just really do, because I really don't want people to leave it in the air and think they don't understand it. And you do understand it. It's dying because you're changing, like this boy.
No, keep going.
You do understand it.
You do understand
I love it.
it.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that. You do understand it.
Because it's only hard. It's only hard. It's like when you learn something new. It's hard to be an expert at that because you're starting from the beginning. So when you learn something a different way and you have to relearn it, it is hard. You have to die in something to relearn something from scratch.
100%.
That's every time. It's not hard.
But I need you.
It's hard, but you could do it.
But I need you to stop saying all this stuff that you want from God. I need you to stop singing these songs talking about you are my everything. I need you to quit. Like, I really need you to stop. Like, I really need you to stop saying everything that I have belongs to you, or all that I have is yours, or I'll do anything for you, or I give myself away, or all these different songs. I really need you. Yo. Like, I need you to stop lying to these people. I need you to stop. First, you're lying to yourself. I need you to stop. Because when you begin to say these things, stop giving God mixed signals.
Oh, what you said?
Are we kicking it or what? Stop giving me mixed signals like you want to kick it, like you trying to get down with me, like you trying to be intimate with me, but then you're giving me mixed signals. Yeah. Stop giving me mixed signals, and when I showed up, you don't want to go no more.
The infidelity. You said the infidelity.
The infidelity.
We had an infidelity. Now it's like we've been cheating on God.
Yeah. Now this is, see, what people don't understand when God talks about fornication or adultery, He's not talking about you two people doing it. That He's talking about that too. So don't get wild. But the adultery that's really being committed is us. Some people are committing adultery on God with their spouses.
Well, no, when Jesus talks about fornication,
Or with
He's
their
actually
careers.
talking about someone who's married. So He's talking about that for sure. What?
Because they're acknowledging that more than God.
Every day.
Why does he check? Why does he check us with these things? Mm-hmm. Because he understands that you can't even be that. Mm-hmm. As beautiful as the institution of marriage can be, the covenant, the joint part, the part about procreating, like as beautiful as that can be, you can't even do it right because you hadn't come to me. You have the nerve to ask God who your mate is, and you don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
What is going on?
Yeah.
And then now we got just all that. Now we got to wipe y'all out the way and just hope the children catch it. Because y'all just off in La La Land now. We're going to retire y'all, let y'all out the pasture.
Yeah.
We're going to let y'all out in the field. That's what y'all want to do in the first place. We're going to let y'all out in the green pastures. Okay. Y'all want to go in the green pastures. We're going to let y'all out in the green pastures, and we're going to let the ones after that go to really do the work that you were supposed to do in the generation you were in.
Mm-hmm. Can we say the same thing, though, asking him what you're supposed to do, like your career? It's the same thing.
He knows. Jeremiah, chapter 1.
For I know.
Jeremiah.
Right?
I knew you.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Not facts.
We really come up with a bunch of stuff. We come up with stuff to ask for.
Yeah.
So what does it mean? All right,
Why are we doing this?
What does it mean?
Stupid.
When Jesus says this, let's see. I'm gonna do a couple hard sayings.
Yeah, we follow everybody but Jesus.
We follow everybody but Jesus. We follow everybody but Jesus.
100%.
And we say we followers of Jesus.
Mm.
But we follow, and then we follow everybody but Jesus. Or we follow him everywhere but the cross.
Yeah.
Like I'll go to the ends of the world. No, will you go to the cross with me? Will you die?
That's the end.
Oh Lord, I don't know. Look, watch this. You know what I found out about Jesus? It's dope. Jesus exonerated everybody in his life. Watch this.
Okay.
They can't. Watch this. And it sound like a rap, like an R&B song when it come on. Watch this. They came. He told Judas. He washed their feet. He told Judas. He said, "Whatever you're gonna do, watch this." He said, "Whatever you're gonna do it quickly." Right?
Well, he did that while he was watching it.
Yes, right after that. Right after to give a sop and all that. Yeah, all that was in the same conversation. All at the same time. Okay. Then he says this. Watch. He says, "Whatever you're gonna do."
It was dirty back then.
Mm-hmm.
From washing feet to eating.
Listen.
Hey, he says this. Watch. He says, "Whatever you're gonna do." Watch this. This is powerful. This is forgiveness. See, forgiveness doesn't happen when something happens to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, the reason you can't forgive people for doing something to you is because you expect nothing to be done to you. Mm-hmm. Y'all better hear what I'm saying right now. Mm-hmm. The reason that you can't, I know you ain't forgiving people, and I know you got the problem with it because you wait until something happens because you expect nothing to happen. Mm-hmm. Right? You walking around thinking that's gonna happen. Watch this. This is forgiveness, giving before. Mm-hmm. He says to Judas, watch this. We say Judas did what? What did Judas do to Jesus?
Betray.
Yeah.
Huh?
Betray him.
No, he didn't. We say he did, but
no, I'm about to say yeah. As you say, we said.
Yeah. What did Jesus say? Jesus ain't call him a betrayer.
Mm-mm. No.
He said one of y'all gonna
betray me.
One of y'all gonna betray me, right? Because he labeled it out there, right?
Yeah.
But then he exonerates him from his betrayal simply by saying, "Whatever you're gonna do it quickly." Mm-hmm. Now I just gave you permission to do it, therefore you're not doing it to me anymore. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why he can call him friend.
Bruh.
Watch this. Then Judas comes. They come try to get him. They come get him. Mm-hmm. And Judas said, "The one I kiss gonna be the one."
Yeah.
He said, "Who you looking for?" Jesus and Nazareth. They all fall back. You know the whole story.
Yeah.
And Jesus says, "Okay, take me so that these may go." Mm-hmm. He's just exonerated them from following him to the cross. Mm-hmm. They were supposed to go.
Grace.
but he's so graceful that he forgives them before. Mm-hmm. When he told Peter, "Lord, I'll never leave." He said, "You're gonna deny me 3 times for the crow," right? He's exonerated him of denial, even though Peter hasn't denied yet, and he knows he's going to be a denier. I'm just telling you this. I know it already, so I'm forgiving you ahead.
Yeah. Yep.
Then he gets there and they start saying, "Are you the king of the Jews?" He said, "Y'all said it." He didn't incriminate himself. Not one time. He didn't say anything that was incriminating. Yeah. Then they said, "You know we can kill you." He said, "You can't take my life. I give it. I've just kept you from being a murderer."
100%.
Man.
Yep.
You don't know, and that's what I want.
Christ is crucial.
Y'all can have all that other stuff. All those other things, you can have it all. Right. You want my you can have it all. But that right there, to be able to walk through betrayal, denial, accusation, and murder, and forgive everybody before they do it, and then even be in the place that it seems like they're doing it to you now. And you say, Father, forgive them for they don't know what they're doing. Right. No, they knew what they were doing. No, Father, they don't know what they were doing. In other words, it's so forgiving that he says, I'm going to speak on their behalf. They don't know what they're doing, Father. Mm-hmm. They don't know what they're doing. Don't punish them. Mm-hmm. They don't know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. He forgives before. Mm-hmm. He told the woman at the well, he said, yeah, and the one you got ain't your husband. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did right. You said right. Now, with discernment. No, that's not discernment. He's forgiving her from lying. Mm-hmm. She's about to lie to this man.
Bro, like I always wondered that. Because I would read it, I'll be like, hold on. She just lied in Jesus' face, and Jesus didn't even acknowledge it.
Because it
was like,
he on some other stuff.
Yeah, like
he's not on. That's why
he's not petty.
He's not petty, man. That's why I gotta acknowledge that I don't know. Mm-hmm. And when I acknowledge that I don't, and what Jesus is a representation of God, which means God is on some other stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. God is on some other stuff that you would try to rebuke God for. Mm-hmm. I be on some other. I be on some. You if God really told you what he was on, you'd be trying to rebuke God like Peter tried to rebuke Jesus.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Oh yeah,
we'd be off
because it don't fit your rules. It don't fit your rules.
No.
Mm-mm. Hey, but so like, is that like true creation right there? Like that mindset, because like that mindset, like you don't get that from like where do you get that from?
It only come from God.
Him
only.
It's only the Father do the works.
Here's the thing.
Like nobody thinks like that. Before or after. God, until now.
The fact that that's where you come from, though.
Yeah, and
it's like, it's almost like we almost like that, but then it's distorted a little bit. Like we know what forgiveness is, and then we distort it.
We dumb down
with rules and like liability and conditions.
Like, how do you make somebody blameless before they do it?
First of all, you know.
He said, "I'm gonna give my life."
Yeah, well, the whole time we've been having this conversation, even going back to, I've been thinking about the Hebrew word. Remember the beta sheet, when you split it in half, the beta then the sheet. My son, I'll give forth.
Oh yeah,
in the beginning. Yeah. So like before any of that,
it was done.
It was already done.
I forgave you at the beginning.
Yeah.
For God so loved the world, he gave. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's forgive. Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yep.
Before you did anything.
Before you lied, I was already there.
Right. So now here's how you walk through life. Mm-hmm. You walk through life expecting it. Yep. Stop getting so surprised. Yeah. The biggest thing that you don't like is betrayal and denial. Mm-hmm. Other than somebody trying to kill you or take from you or steal from you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I say that's why acknowledgement is so important.
Because when I acknowledge,
yep.
I make your path straight, right? Mm-hmm. Right? I write your path, mm-hmm. right? And when I acknowledge, watch this, you can't kill me. Mm-hmm.
Why, Drew?
I'm already dead. I give my life.
ASMR.
You can't. You can't kill me.
Yeah. Facts.
Rest for your soul.
Yeah.
Your soul is stressed because you're trying to maintain your life.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
And that's all God wanted from Adam.
Listen, bro. Adam ain't even had to talk, bro. Like, you didn't even have to say nothing, bro. It's just like,
that's all he wanted, bro.
We got these. We got all these principles we made, the mouth, the words condemned and everything, and all that stuff is in the scripture. Mm-hmm. But that wasn't in the beginning. Mm-hmm. You didn't even have to talk.
Yeah.
God created the heavens and the earth, set it up perfectly. Mm-hmm. He created you from the dust and breathed into you, breathed himself, not his principles, himself into you and became a living soul. Right? You with me? Mm-hmm. Adam ain't confessed nothing. Mm-hmm. Adam didn't faith or believe nothing. Yeah. Adam got instructions. He said, you name the animals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But all that's included in who he is. It's a total package.
Yeah.
Total package. All this prophecy and all this stuff. Tell me what Jesus is speaking to existence. Like, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, what is
all the 2021 buzzwords?
He just be.
Mm-hmm.
And see the miracle is not the manifestation. It's you. Mm-hmm. I was sitting there yesterday, and I realized that how often do you sit down and acknowledge that you're the miracle? Mm-hmm. Not very. We live in a production culture, so you're only good as the last thing you made, and you're only good if you can make something.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But that something that's made comes from you. Mm-hmm. You are playing the role, right? Or you are taking upon the role of the maker.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
My dog had puppies, right? I know I said, something excited about it. I brought it up twice. Yeah. I go into the garage and I'm so excited about the puppies that I pass her up. Mm-hmm. And I don't really pass her up, but I'm so excited about the puppies. Why am I excited about the puppies? Because they're new. Yeah. They're about to start walking. They're getting bigger. The eyes about to open. And it's like, and I like the whole process of that and training and all that. Mm-hmm. When I have the grown version of the fruit of the labor already. Mm-hmm. But I don't acknowledge her. And I only gave her attention more recently, right? Mm-hmm. Because she's about to have puppies. Mm-hmm. She's about to produce something. Mm-hmm. Right? When that is the production. She's the product. And so for you and for me, we sit at home so busy trying to figure out what we're going to make next that we don't realize we made. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Already.
And this is what happens. And this is how you die. Mm-hmm. Remember that? Mm-hmm. This is what happens when you die. See, we are filled with the spirit of our experiences. We are filled with the spirit of our external. Right? Mm-hmm. And so now, all those things that Jesus lists, right, have become, they are products of us. And so we've been living so much for the product that we forgot who we are. Mm-hmm. Yep. For the production. Yep. And all he's trying to say is, I'm not trying to take this from you, but I need you to remember who you are. Mm-hmm. Because when you remember who you are, it fills these things that you produce with the Spirit.
Mm-hmm. True life.
Yeah, like that's the life to those roles I was talking about earlier. Like when you involved in a role, like what somebody y'all mean. You know what I'm saying? Like the life in that would be, what you just said.
Yep. Just dying to all these other ideas. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not that those ideas aren't a part of your story, mm-hmm. right?
Yep.
But the way that you're going to live them is by dying. Yep. You're not going to live them because you want to live them. Mm-hmm. How much stuff you want to do or be that you just can't will to be, right? All this manifest stuff, that's the devil going to give you all that stuff. Mm-hmm. You gonna manifest it, all right?
And kill you in the process.
It's going to manifest you too.
Yeah.
Right. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
He says you have good success. Mm-hmm. That means that some of them ain't good.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's the understanding, man. And that's all he's trying to check you. I got one hard statement that we're going to leave.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to see what revelation we get out. We ask the whole room. Okay. What revelation can we get out of this? You ready? Mm-hmm. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take up the cross and follow me. Y'all see any like other revelations in there, or is it like pretty straightforward?
It's pretty straightforward.
Sounds pretty straightforward.
Wait, say it again.
If any man come after me, let him deny himself, take up the cross and follow me.
Any man, so that includes anybody. Mm-hmm. come after me.
You trying to follow him? You want to go? You say you following Christ?
Christ.
Jesus is your Savior.
Okay. Let him deny himself.
What does that mean?
So
deny himself.
Whatever his false identity is, he had to deny that, and he had to take up his cross.
It's pretty much whatever you think is yourself.
Yep.
What does that look like for you?
Only you know.
And you can't pick and choose. Deny him whole self.
Yeah. He didn't say some of himself.
100%.
Just deny himself is absolute.
You know, maybe they going in thinking that some stuff is already like.
It's because
he validated this point.
It's because we
didn't.
Just bring it all.
It's because we punkified the gospel.
Yeah.
Oh my
and
God.
we punkified Jesus.
Come on, my
we
Israelite
made him
brother.
sound like his. Come on, bro. Grow me a beard right quick. He punkified. I'll never make it. He punkified. We punkified what Jesus looks like and how he functions and what we punkified it. Then after that said, "He who saves his life is gonna lose it."
Yep.
Whatever does that mean?
Yeah.
And he who loses his life for my sake shall find it. What are we talking about? Get behind me, Satan. Right before that, he says, "Get behind me, Satan. For thou art an offense to me. For thou savorest things that be of and not of God." What are those things? Those savoring the things that be of men. What is that?
Sweet and savory.
The wings, right? The wings.
Shout out to Sweet and Savory.
Shout out to Sweet and Savory.
This guy.
Accept me real quick. Hey.
Yo, I've been going 20-something days
I
strong.
know, that boy fiending,
Bro.
fiending for you. It's just these sayings, and we don't nobody does that text.
Yeah.
Nobody preaches that message. We don't have any message, or we do,
Yeah, I must say.
but we don't have those messages.
Right.
The leave your father and your mother and your house and your children and your wife and all that. We don't preach those.
Yeah. Because those aren't shout messages.
Well, we read them, but we like.
Like, shoot.
Ain't no man.
And you receive 100-fold.
100 this time.
Hey, 100
Hey,
Hold on. What about the other part? How you get there?
Stop. Right.
Lose your life.
100-fold. You got to lose your dad. Say what? Give up. Say
It's
what?
always the same route
Excuse me,
to
say what?
everything.
Don't go in there.
Like,
Excuse me, say what?
When you go in there, don't demand the high room. Take the low one.
Yeah.
These are hard sayings. Hard saying.
Yeah.
You say you lay with her. I say you thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay, we all dead. We all gonna shoot the gun again. Shoot the gun again. Power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us in here. We all gone. It's dead. We done. We are guilty.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Terrible.
But he's not trying to make you guilty.
Yeah.
He's trying to show you how unrighteous you are on your own. He's not blaming you. He's just showing you the acknowledgement.
Yep. Oh, it's clear.
Slap you on one, you turn the other. Everybody think he's talking about fighting. He's not talking about fighting. He's not playing. This is not figurative. Jesus was very, very absolute about a lot of things.
Yeah. That's too tough though.
Only because
How you view?
perspective.
Yep. Turn around.
You know what? Turn around. You know what? Here's the problem. You actually want all them things. You actually signed up for Jesus for those things. Yeah. You signed up for Jesus for those things. That's why,
Come on, brother.
That's why you can't give them up. Right? Hulk Hogan. Right?
Oh my God.
Come on, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Now, that's the thing. So that's why they don't want to hear this part, because they came for those things. So you can't say give up those things when that's what they came for.
And then you've been lying on God talking about he provided them things for you. And you call them blessings.
Yeah.
When I read the word blessed in the Old Testament, and it means kneeled or submitted.
That's the Old Testament, Trey.
That's the beginning. But
we in the new covenant.
But we love the. Come on, Hebrew is. We love the principle of first mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
You never heard of? Yeah. That's it. We got to use it when it's mentioned first.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But they didn't want to mention the seed when it was her seed first and stuff. But that's
My God.
Yeah. It's interesting. Selective, biblically selective.
Moses was used greatly. I'm gonna show you two. I can show you more. And they still didn't do it like Jesus. But watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Moses was used greatly because now Moses was an educated man, right?
He just couldn't talk right.
He just couldn't talk right. Then he says, "But I stutter. Like I can't. Like what you mean? Go back. What I'm gonna say?"
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Tell him that I am sent you."
Mm-hmm.
He uses him because there's an acknowledgement there.
Mm-hmm.
Mary said, how this gonna be, seeing I don't know a man.
Yeah.
How they gonna? She acknowledges that right there. See, people praying wrong. Ooh,
Yeah, absolutely.
Swag, we praying wrong. We're praying too absolute to God when we should be like, I don't know how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going.
First of all, God came to them though, and then they acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they didn't come to him with some prayer like, "What, God,
Come on, bro.
give me the special child, give me the responsibility."
Come on now.
Right.
You treat prayer like a vending machine.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm gonna pick this today.
Definitely.
And we won't be putting no money in.
Give me some wisdom today.
Right.
Tomorrow gonna be thankfulness and
Give me some grace today.
Right.
Ask what you will.
Favor,
oh Lord.
Right.
power,
Oh my God.
What we should be asking
anointing.
His will.
Acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Solomon
Strength.
in the dream. He said,
You just wrote a
he
devotional.
said, I give you whatever you want. He said,
That was the ultimate moment right there.
Lord, I just need the wisdom. God, I need the wisdom to lead your people. I acknowledge that I don't have it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make you the wisest ever.
Yep.
Besides Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You saw he got it? He got an acknowledgement. He didn't inherit it from David.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He didn't inherit it from his lineage.
Right.
He got the acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
Lord, if you can, let this cup pass. Nevertheless, my will.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledgement.
Yep.
I probably go story after story.
I was about to say it's
That's the Holy
actually
Grail, man.
that's probably the map for them all.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the map for everybody else but us, huh?
So we think we know it all.
Well, we have this commercialized.
Smart.
We have commercialized Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
We have this commercialized Christ. We have this Christ is like Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Naughty or nice. Write your list down.
Yeah.
Be good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know about the murder yet.
And then we go away sad.
Then we go over sad
With great possessions.
because he didn't give me what I wanted on my list.
Thought about all kinds of stuff. You can go away sad with nice cars and great jobs, and the economy is up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sucks. It's a bad place to be in.
Bruh.
I hope perspectives were flipped.
I need to charge him.
Mm-hmm. You gonna be okay for 5 seconds?
I don't think he could play the outro.
Wait, no, we're gonna end on a solemn. They can add music at the end of it.
Oh yeah. Facts. But it's always a vibe when we hear it though.
I know it is.
The vibe when we hear it's like,
Because
okay.
we start talking about nothing again. And then
Yeah, we can decompress for a minute. We can just kind of let it go, and then ride out with it. But no, this was. I mean, I feel redundant every time we come to this point in the podcast.
Well, what else do we say now?
Well, this was good, man. Like this was
Die
excellent.
part 66.
Facts.
How many ways can you say die?
Oh, good. Almost catch save.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
You could have done it a whole lot easier if you just put your phone down, bro.
You know, when you're on the outside looking in, you see all around the ways that could have happened.
Mm-hmm. Perspective.
He only saw one way.
perspective.
Exactly. Can we pick up one of these books though and talk about one of these books maybe?
Do that. Well, no, not that one.
Okay,
pick up
one of the ones that you've read.
Pick up something that you're familiar with. I want to be like the Son of God. So the Son of God, what's that about? The Son of God.
And Jesus said, "Oh wait, no, there's one that I was just reading."
I just started reading that one.
I think your covers look different than mine. Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, gospel light. Yeah, just a small gospel light.
Right.
But yeah.
Do you want to give a
Well, I'll say this: the thing that struck me the most about this, and this guy's a storyteller named John Shea, and it's dope. If y'all want to get a head start on the Jesus curriculum, just catch this book, John Shea, Gospel Light. But one of the greatest stories he told in the beginning, and it taught me something, and I won't spoil it for you because it's a great read.
I was like, man, you shouldn't do that.
I won't spoil it for you, but I'll say that what I learned is that God, we ask for discernment instead of realizing that we need to be discerned. We said that on the groups the other night.
Yeah, I actually want to have a more in-depth conversation about that too.
Yeah, we should have, because when we allow ourselves to be discerned, we become discernment in the flesh. You don't have to ask for who you are.
Right.
You get it? But you want so much external discernment that you won't let yourself be cut from the inside. But the pathway to that is here.
Yep.
So now, and he tells a story about him and his dad or whatever, but he was like, it was such a discerning moment that God will discern you about things that you didn't even know you need to be discerned about. Like you had to get the book, like he'll know that you are going to want to do something before you even know you want to do it. And he'll discern you, and then he'll beat you to it. Just like he did. He discerned Peter. He discerned Judas. Right? He discerned them before. He said before, but it wasn't like I'm trying to tell off on you, none of that. It was just like, I'm just reading you before. I'm reading you before so I can forgive you.
Yeah.
You get it? Even if let's say you had discernment. You say you had discernment like you wanted it. And you could, I can tell that person. Well, what do you do with that then?
Right.
Now, the first thing you say was, I'm going to stay away from them.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. Because for him to have discernment and still actually call them friend, that's big. You know what to do with the power.
Meek and lowly.
Right. Yeah.
No one man should have all that power.
They ain't ready for it. Wow.
So yeah, this is, I'm not even on, I'm almost to the end of it.
So you got it back?
No, I keep looking at every time I walk through his house. I see mine, I got all the highlights and everything in mine, and I be wanting to grab it. I feel like I'm stealing. So no, this is a new one I got because I took somebody else's book, and so this is theirs.
Oh, okay.
And I got mine somewhere. I think mine is in my bag somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So like the last few chapters are underlined and everything. I got like a chapter, 2 more to go. But it's just, man, so much stuff.
Yeah.
In there, just about the Gospels and about Jesus, and just. Yes, I ain't saying it's the first book, but it's the first book. So we'll get this curriculum popping.
Yeah, was that a book club? Like a for real one?
It's kind of like what the Jesus curriculum gonna be.
A lot less structured.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to call it Jesus. I don't want to, like
the way he's saying it, like they think it's class.
Yeah, I don't want it to be class. So it's a Jesus curation or something. I don't know. We're gonna call it something.
Yeah, we definitely.
Let's don't call it Jesus
I need
book
something
club.
different. I'm gonna talk to y'all about it later.
Yeah. You got an idea already?
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
Yes.
All right. Keep your idea in. Share it with us later. Nah, I'm excited. I've never been a part of a book club. I know we did it wasn't a book club, but we did like a book thing, like way back with a bunch of guys.
And it's only me, you, and EJ and Darius left.
Don't put that on the camera.
Why not? It was a lot of guys.
It had to be like,
he got.
I remember that, but didn't y'all only read like one book?
It was like one. Yeah,
it was just one.
But the book was dope.
It was supposed to last after the book was done.
Yo, Nakia, you missing the point.
You're missing the whole point.
But you acting like it was like
Nakia be trying to justify to other people. Well, they didn't really know. They needed one more book.
Nah, because it wasn't necessary. Because everybody wasn't going to go. They wasn't willing to go.
I actually bought that book for someone when I heard about how
Did you read it?
good it was. Maybe. I can't remember. It was a really long time
You
ago.
probably read the female version.
Maybe. That was really long. I think I was a senior in college.
Yeah, they wasn't about that life.
Yeah.
It was asking too much of them.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do it like they want to do it.
Yeah. That's often the case.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Whoa.
How that's working out.
Where you gotta go?
Huh?
Where you gotta go?
I'm saying right now, y'all just taking shots.
We're not taking shots.
Y'all literally taking shots.
Yeah, we need to go ahead and end this. We got the wrong person with the gun too.
It's going like
That
this.
boy over there, shoot him.
You gonna keep saying things.
GodCan'tFail.com. I just saw an article come through my phone. Hey, get your wristband. We out here.
Hey.
Right, all that.
You can buy it on
You
Facebook.
can't hold your wrist up, huh?
You can't hold yours.
You can't hold your wrist up, huh?
No, I can't because
Let me sanctify you right quick.
they are huge.
Sanctify you holy.
Hey, be blessed. And I got one that match your clothes.
I got
Be
the
blessed.
childish lane
Be blessed.
Yeah.
See, that one is extra special.
because it's tie dye.
No, because it's off of me.
Oh my god.
So what you need to understand is you receive. But you're gonna wake up and be like, you're gonna wake up in the morning and be like, I have these amazing ideas. Hit them on EJ, turn it up. Hit it again. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that you, Lord? I acknowledge.
I once was lost.
And she gonna wake up in the morning. She gonna wake up in the morning. Her hand gonna be in worship pose. And the light gonna be shining through the window on the band.
Oh my gosh.
So y'all get y'all wristband because that's really what happens. I'm just playing.
I have a
That's what
bunch
happened
of
to you
them. That
Yeah.
just
We'll get them
I got
all.
some
We'll get them altered
colors
for you.
that I can wear.
We can get them all.
Get them altered for your
We
wrist.
get them
I
taken
gotta do
in.
mine right with the.
We can get them taken in.
I put them on with like bracelets or something, and they actually match. But you
Yeah.
know, it's just,
Okay.
yeah.
Nah, but to wrap it all up, like I'm happy for this episode. I like the ground that we're covering. I like the topics that we're having too. What, bro?
I was laughing at y'all. I was just laughing at niggas about getting it altered, getting it taken in.
Because I got the little lane.
Yeah, you get the little wrist, the baby wrist.
But you saying you like this episode? Man?
Nah, yeah, I like this episode, man.
I know it's long, but I don't care. Pause.
Yeah, pause. Definitely.
How long was this one?
Pause.
Oh, you don't
Say
even
it
know.
again, huh?
I finished the sentence.
What is it? How long? Oh yeah, that ain't bad.
Yeah,
It's shorter than Joe Budden podcast.
yeah. I thought it more like 4.
Oh, Kevin Sanders podcast be like 3 hours too. They be like
3 hours.
They be going 3 hours.
Yeah, skip. They have people talking though, guests and stuff.
Yeah, we need to do one. With a guest
We
soon,
trying
man.
to do. I would love to do guests. We said that for season 2. We had no one yet.
Yeah, we
We're
need to go
making it
back to.
happen.
We need to go back to our original plan to see
Come
what,
on.
what we
It's in my notes
can implement. we looking
Phone
like
calls ain't never happened.
no, we did one. We did EJ.
Yeah.
Then he showed up.
That was practice.
hey, let's schedule one. We'll call like me.
Okay,
That'll
yeah,
be dope.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
do her, and then
That
we'll
would be
do-
dope.
We'll do some other people. We met some cool new friends, so that'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be
People
cool.
kind of out the box.
Yeah, that way we have just some different kind of conversations and different elements to the podcast.
Yeah, do segments. Yeah,
They do segment stuff. Yeah,
let's do it. I'm with it.
Dope. I would love that.
yeah.
What episode is this? This is 11?
Mm-hmm.
11, yeah. Cool.
Episode 11, man.
Yeah, well, y'all follow us on Instagram at Redin30,
Yes.
REDIN30. Follow us on Twitter, same thing, Redin30.
And Clubhouse.
And Clubhouse, Redin30. It's just Redin30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so follow us on there, Facebook and all that good stuff. YouTube, follow the podcast, watch it.
Yes.
On all streaming platforms, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google, whoever else got podcast streaming, we're doing that. You can call us always. Forget the number. I need to memorize this number.
225-386.
Oh, come on. Hold on. Let me see what you got. Let me see what you're working with.
I want to say 7788, but I'm not sure.
Let's see what you're working with. Oh, you close. You actually not close at all.
What it is?
225-396.
Oh.
3788.
Oh, okay.
So it rhymed. It was like, yeah. 225-396-3788. Y'all send us some text. And then, we just keep the conversation going.
396-3788.
You don't remember now?
Yeah, it's
396-37. That's it. That's how it be too. 396-3788. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
I used to have to do that because we had to remember girls' phone numbers sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't no
it's
cell
like-
phones.
There wasn't no cell phones. And you write it on your hand, but your hand starts sweating or whatever, it's over with. So you just got to have a good memory.
Yeah. Did you ever get it written on the back of your hand?
No.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I was talking to someone.
It's better on the back?
Recently. Yeah, they was like they used to write it on the back of guys' hands because you didn't have to worry about the sweat. So
and then rubbing and all that, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I always got.
I was down on his side.
It was always that right here, in this little part right here.
Hey, I remember when like girls were like writing your hand, like that was like the first like like wedding ring like in junior high.
Really?
You feel like it was married?
Well, no, that was like marking their territory.
Yeah.
Oh, they write in your hand like regular.
Yeah,
or you just sitting in the room and
they
they
write their name on you.
Yeah, right
the
there on your arm and stuff.
All
yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah, it used to be love right there, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Puppy love, but it used to be
sitting on
love.
the class like this.
That was that was back
desk.
when you had notes. You had to read and write notes back and forth.
That's some first tattoos, boy.
Sometimes I ain't write back. I just meet them in the hallway and talk.
Me too. I was like, man, don't write me no long note, man. Like, hey, so I read your note. so what you trying to say? Like, what you?
Man, yeah, I want a girl right on my arm now, man.
Oh my God! All right, y'all, Redin30.
Got me reminiscing.
Hey, bro, that's lit, bro.
Hey, you want to come over and write on my arm?
You just lay there, bro. Just relax, just let her right on your arm.
Hey,
man.
this is the clubhouse room. We're gonna do one.
That's lit.
You ever had a girl right on your arm?
Thanks, bro.
That's gonna be popping.
I love that.
I Redin30, y'all. This is the Redin30 Podcast. It's been great.
I still got notes girls wrote me in school too.
You still got the boy, so he still reminiscing.
Yeah, let's
they got the gel pen ink on it. The gel pens.
The different colors. Bro. Turquoise, teal, purple, pink, all them, bro.
Take me there. I wanna go there. Take me
Y'all
there.
memory of these
I
things is
go
so
there.
funny.
Take me there. That place.
Bro, I love it.
Yeah, let me get off of this. So Redin30 guys, Redin30 Podcast. We out.
I ain't done, Trail. I won't let the people know to make sure that they text us at 225-396-3788.
There it is.
My guy.
Yeah, Texas. Emails are Redin30, but you spell it out REDINTHIRTY. Boy, I'm about to mess that up at gmail.com.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep it popping.
Yeah. Say goodbye to the people, Nikhil.
Bye. See y'all later.
Wait.
So, robot. See y'all later.
Oh, hungry.
She ordered food. Oh my God.
You should be waiting for they close. Yo, hungry.
I'm like, bro, why she so into her phone? Why we trying to close the podcast?
That's funny, bro.
Just keep it going.
I gotta say, I'm taking thought what I'm gonna eat and what I'm gonna drink. All right, I got to go. We out. Redin30. We out.
Flip. That's funny.
Yo, I didn't eat today.